Hello, hello, welcome back. Welcome to Night's Arcade. I'm Sleepless Night. We're back at E3, Day 2, June 13th, 2021. And we're here for the PC Gaming Show and the Future Game Show. PC Gaming Show starts in about 8 minutes from now. So, welcome back. Baron is here. Look at that. How you doing, buddy? Right. Well, we're going to be here for a while. I don't actually know how long the Future Games Show is going to run till. I don't know when it's going to run till, or actually, I don't know how long the I need to mute the alert box. Okay. All right, I need to mute the alert box because I don't want that. Hey, welcome back, Mordred. I want to mute the alert box because I don't want that to go over any important announcements or trailers, not after the nightmare we had earlier on. I think, fingers crossed, I think we've cured that because now we're in E3's actual stream from Twitch instead of going through the E3 portal, which was designed specifically for content creators, to enable content creators and media to stream this. Oh, honestly, what a nightmare. Stupid. Hey, I'm here, but might have to go again. Of course, Eldar. That's, Welcome, buddy. How you doing? What did I end up missing earlier? I don't know. I can't... When did you go out? I don't know. Paulie, welcome to the arcade. Good to have you here. Good to have you with us, my friend. Kitters! Hey, Kitters. Welcome, Kitters. We're here for the PC Gaming Show and the Future Games Show. But if I look at my schedule here, so the PC Gaming Show starts in about 6 or 7 minutes, and the Future Games Show starts at 4 p.m. Pacific, so that's midnight my time. Oh, Fable, Far Cry, Halo, Starfield. There we go. Ubisoft forward yet? Nintendo Direct? No, it's Square Enix. Yeah, we're not interested. PC Game Show was what we want. Come on, bring it. What do we got? Right after the Psychonauts trailer. Wow, like you missed quite a lot then. But I've lost track of the order in my head now, so I don't know where the Psychonauts trailer was in relation to everything else, because a lot's happening today. So yeah, the Future Game Show starts at 4 p.m. Pacific, so that's like midnight my time, so that's in about an hour and a half. But I don't know if the PC Gaming Show is going to run that long, or whether there'll be another massive interlude of people chatting and talking and going on about their favourite games for hours and hours on end. And I don't know how long the Future Game Show is going to run for beyond that point, so, we'll see. We'll see. How are you, Kitters?
I grew up where you would buy games and they were big floppies. Not the little diskette floppies, but like the big floppies, And you'd go and you'd buy the game and it came in this big box. And of course, internet came about and it was like AOL 1.0. This is like when it was black and white. And you'd connect and you'd have the external modem. And I'd be yelling upstairs. I'd be like, don't pick up the phone, because it would kick me off the internet and I would be so upset. And I was just like, oh my God, this whole world was being unlocked for me.
iHeartRadio is a proud partner of E3 2021 and the #1 podcast publisher in the U.S.
Oh yeah, which was after Sea of Thieves.
iHeartRadio app.
So, were you there for when was the Outer Worlds 2? The Outer Worlds 2 was revealed. Where was that, before or after the Sea of Thieves and Psychonauts? It was cool. I actually thought it was going to be Fable, but because the humor. But Obsidian and Grounded, the updates for Grounded and stuff like that. So we had a bunch of stuff.
Bronx. No, but I grew up traditionally playing console games.
Yeah.
So, when I got older, when I got some money and I can afford to get a PC, I was turned to this world, and now that's all I ever want to play.
Yeah.
Like PC for me is everything. So this show, and of course being hosted by none other than one of the legends of esports, Day 9.
Yep.
It's a real joy to watch it. You know, you're always going to get some fun games out of there, and it puts a spotlight on games you normally wouldn't get to hear about because you know there's so much going on with the hustle and bustle of E3.
Yeah, 100%. That's what's really special about PC Gaming Show is that
No, so I'm with him there entirely, actually. You know, these three, of course, have been a bit less cringy than before. So, yeah, what I think is good about the PC Gaming Show is exactly as they were saying there. It's you know, having returned to PC gaming from having done it much earlier in life and then gone through a massive console era, having returned to PC gaming is just the massive variety of games out there that I've just started to really enjoy and love and discover. You know, that's the main thing for me, as they were saying there. It's just the wealth of games that are out there that most people just don't even hear about.
And there's just so many trailers, so I'm very excited.
yeah, that's the thing about
what's
it,
in
right?
store.
Is I feel like you were talking about it. It's discoverability. It's something you wouldn't
Very
get
true.
in one of the bigger conferences. So it's stuff that can be targeted and incredibly niche, and can be like something that
Welcome back, GW.
strategy simulator you would have never seen on a
Oh,
main
yeah.
stage at Xbox or anywhere else in E3. But here it is, getting the time it deserves, and it offers such a great insight into what inevitably will be coming to consoles eventually.
Yeah, very true. But you are going to see things that sometimes you'll get that big game that's
Yeah.
there because it is very important. Especially there was like a period where like all on PC was just like World of Warcraft, and then like the Counter-Strike and a few other things.
Sure.
At least they're sitting down now. Before, when they were standing, either the guys were too short or her heels were too high.
Continues to be taken care of. Continue to be.
I mean, these three have been a bit less cringy,
Important for this.
I think. Not much, but a bit less cringy than...
Very true.
You haven't missed anything yet, DW.
You want to make a game to go and try making a game on your PC.
Yeah, they're a bit less cringy than the others, and these, like, there is at least some humor going on here, but...
You'd rather see it. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the PC Gaming Show. Woohoo!
Let's go.
Thank you, guys.
You guys.
This always seems... The PC Gaming Show always seems to me like they put it in a back room of E3, and, like, where you get the tiny conference room at the side. Hey, welcome back, Gegs. How you doing, buddy?
Space Year 2021. Having spent the last 12 months hunkered down and definitely not hiding in a subterranean bunker, our heroes have fled Earth aboard a spacecraft with one purpose. To bring you the hottest trailers, to bring you the best interviews, to bring you the PC Gaming Show.
Wow.
Situation cleanses.
Sean!
Situation
Sean!
cleanses. Situation
Do something!
cleanses.
Do something!
Countdown to the extinction of the human race begins now.
Oh, Deadbot, no! We have so much to live for. I'm pretty sure Half-Life 3 is going to be announced this year!
3, 2.
It is so good to be back, gang, and this year, we're in space!
Aye, Captain.
Okay.
Happy to be remotely on board, Sean. Well,
Oh, dear.
I'm so glad you were able to finance this year's PC gaming show by, selling all those black market graphics cards you've been hoarding.
Ah, yes, a crime with absolutely no real-world consequences. Hey, Frankie, wait a minute. Is that a 65-ton catapult mech model CPLTC-1 as featured in MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries?
Don't do this, guys. Please don't do this.
Always knew you had immaculate taste. It most certainly is.
I can't wait for this year's significantly more weaponized PC gaming show to go off without a hitch. Which reminds me, Debbot, can you run a quick hitch scan?
Yes, Sean. Of course, Sean. Running hitch scan.
Oh, and I also want to warmly welcome someone new to the crew. Mika Burton, welcome.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here and look forward to bringing all of you fresh new PC games and hardware.
Can you just get on with it then and stop doing this ridiculous skit?
Or in 13,908,665 possible futures.
Hooray!
Well, thank you, Baron.
So what's the plan, Cap?
Well, Frankie, Debbot's gonna send you the coordinates for your first target, now. Your targets might be exclusive interviews, trailer premieres, or amazing new computer games.
Sure, let's mix this in. Let's mix this up with 20-minute long dev interviews. That'll be fascinating.
Targets are acquired, and our mission is completed smoothly and without a hitch. Isn't that right, Debbot?
Yes, no hitch is located, Sean. Not a single hitch in sight.
Oh my god.
But first, let's teleport down to the stage to check in on E3 happenings. The only reason we're allowed to legally be back on Earth.
Oh my god.
Oh, planet Earth.
Oh, great to be back, right? Am I right?
One of my favorite planets in the whole galaxy.
It's all right.
And thank God that teleporter was conveniently built just out of frame of camera. Mika, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the PC Gaming Show 2021. It feels great to be back on a live stage once again. Over the next 90 minutes, we're going to bring you a showcase of some of the most exciting upcoming PC titles with world premieres and exclusive interviews.
And if dozens of new trailers wasn't enough for you guys, later in the show, we are going to tell you how to win a custom MechWarrior 5 themed PC powered by Intel. So you're going to want to stick around for that.
Now, make sure to keep out a special look for a special promo code throughout the show from Humble Bundle, during which you can get a ticket to get Civilization 6 Platinum Edition for just $10. But right now, we're going to kick things off.
Have they ever charged anyone for Civilization 6? Ever? Because they seem to have just been giving it away for about the last year.
Let's go!
Hey, Weevil, welcome back. Nothing happened yet. Don't worry, you've just missed a terrible space skit that they were doing. And obviously spent a lot of time on. Unfortunately, they didn't spend a lot of time on the script. Or, I mean, what? It was bad.
You are watching the 2021 PC Gaming Show, and I am the new cloud-based Debbot. I am streaming from GeForce Now, NVIDIA's cloud gaming service that connects PC gamers like you to their own library of games, purchased from digital stores like Steam and the Epic Games Store.
Like before, can you mute? But this time the video feed instead of audio.
But first,
I've not ever actually bothered to set that up on the thing, so I couldn't now.
GeForce Now.
I got on the console setup of my Stream Deck, but not this one.
Shield, Android, Chromebook, and iOS. Visit GeForceNow.com to learn more.
Come on, guys. Can we not put so much crappy filler in there?
Finally, I've made it. My time is now. I will become the best player the school has ever seen. Dodgeball Academia, here I come.
Ah, yes. The downside to PC gaming. I don't know, Kitters. I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. Well, this is a world premiere, guys. Are you excited? Oh my god. Wish list now. No, you're okay. I'll give it a miss, thanks.
Make sure to check out Dodgeball Academia out soon from
What do
Humble
you-
Games. Ooh, that was
I thought we were done with this.
great, DevBot.
Sure, whatever you say, Sean. I agree with whatever you say.
I'm sensing a little bit of resentment there, buddy.
Hey, pilot.
Nothing.
I thought we were done with the space kit. I mean, you can't even keep up with your own script.
I have also definitely not dedicated multiple
Okay.
cores to computing revenge plans in a range of lethalities.
Great.
When I ask what did I miss again, the answer is everything. I hope so.
It looks like Chivalry 2 with a special word from Steve Piggott, CEO and creator.
Oh, Chivalry 2. This is what I'll be playing when I finish here this evening.
Hey guys, Steve Piggott, founder of Torn Banner Studios.
It's my current addiction.
On Chivalry 2, which just launched 5 days ago. I'm so happy to be here at the PC Gaming Show. Chivalry 2, if you don't know, is a first-person slasher, which is like the first-person shooter.
Oh, everybody on my channel knows.
Grenades, you've got swords, battle axes, longbows, and players are fighting it out on these huge 64-player battlefields. It's all about creating those epic
Well, they are unless they're in Europe playing in the early hours of the morning, like me, in which case all the servers are empty.
clash, the battle of the bastards.
And you've just got bots and like one other player on the other team, so you need to get a grip there.
It's going to look like a mixture of mid and massive level content updates coming out across this year. One of the things we're most excited about is taking it to different eras in the medieval period. Before we've done the early period, now we're going closer to the later period in the upcoming update where you're going to get a bit more refined medieval armors and refined atmospheres that you can then go in and tarnish it and smear blood all over. But we really want to take players into different experiences and make each of our maps its own game mode and make it something that medieval army would actually do when they go.
Coxwell, Redhelm, Lion Spire, yes, these are already there. What?
Gardens and this beautiful castle, you get to tear it all down and cause it's a canvas for your destruction.
Okay. Didn't really tell us a lot there. Let's see what you got for us. Oh, hello.
For Chivalry 2 is basically bottomless. It's the
Nice.
game that got us onto the scene and started the company, and it's the game that's going to take us so much further. With the post-launch plan for Chivalry 2, the game at launch is a foundation. It's intentionally been built to be extended. It's not just out and done. We're going to support it a lot with post-launch content.
Okay, can you fix the content that's already there?
Coming out post-launch. Galencard is going to take us to the high medieval times or the late medieval times. It really captures the Agathian ideals of being this like noble, rich, wealthy place where the prosperous live. You're going to feel like you're sieging Tower of London if it was on a port where ships could dock into. You'll also,
I'm not reading that out, GW.
which is fun. We've got a ton of weapons coming in at launch, but there'll be
Okay.
more and more added to it post-launch as well. The new fighting style is really going to change up the experience and change how you have to fight everyone.
What?
Post-launch content is something that we're going to be working on for a long time. The game is really going to at least...
Do you let everybody spend weeks getting used to the new fighting techniques and styles, then you're going to change them all? What? More short swords.
Next up, we have an
The ones who've got a
look at
shit.
Dying Light 2, and make sure to stick around to find out how you could win a custom Mech Warrior PC from our friends at Intel.
GW, this is the wrong time to be doing terrible puns because you can't tell whether I'm cringing at those or this. Okay. You know what I don't get about the PC gaming show? It's that they have this big showcase for PC gaming, right? And all PC gamers ever, like die-hard PC fanboys, telling you, oh, PC Master Race and all that crap, right? Trying to sell you on PC, which is what you assume the PC gaming show will be doing. And then, so far, like, 60% of it has been these Switch-like titles. Something you'd expect from Nintendo.
Hi, my name is Piotr Szymanek. I'm narrative director in Dying Light 2 Stay Human. Today, especially for the viewers of the PC Gaming Show, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the Dying Light universe. So, stay tuned. Every tragedy begins somewhere. This one started with a virus that escaped from Haran, the city we met in the first part of the game, and it reached the whole world, including the city where Dying Light 2 takes place. Remember January 6, 2025. That day, later known as Black Monday, the military ordered chemicals to be dropped on the city. It was a mistake, a huge mistake. The chemicals mixed with water penetrated the soil, killing plants, turning...
And why wouldn't a PC gaming event during E3 concentrate on PC exclusive titles?
Zombies, though. They are more like half-alive, suffering people who attack everything that lives as a result of their pain and rage. Those who survived...
Some of these sitting poses. I think he thinks he's in a 1960s lounge singer.
A new order has been born in the city. People live on rooftops, monsters in the streets. Nobody in their right mind would dare to come down. Well, let's say almost nobody. The exception is the main character of Dying Light 2, Aiden. But why is he braver than others? How did he develop such a unique parkour and combat skills? Believe me, guys, I would gladly answer all these questions, but I'm not here to spoil it for you. Let me tell you one thing.
Same nightmare haunts me every night. I'm locked up with other kids. I don't know what he did to me, but he did it every day. Over and over. Looking for something he couldn't find. The worst part was that he did the same to my sister. I'll never forget her scream when they separated us.
No, I want to leave out the console gamers, but like...
They had rifles, and we...
Why wouldn't you save that for the rest of E3? This isn't supposed to be PC gaming. You'd think they'd concentrate on PC exclusive stuff.
But my sister stayed there. My Mia. I left her.
We meet Aiden as one of the many, many children undergoing mysterious medical research. The last thing Aiden remembers from that time is extreme pain, then a fire, and a little girl that was being tested with him. Her name was Mia. She was his sister. What happened next after the fire? Is Mia still alive? The following years haunted Aiden with these questions and with guilt over leaving her. Moreover, Mia is the only answer to the question who Aiden really is. Now in 2036, we meet Aiden when, for the first time during his pilgrimage, he finds a clue about how to find his sister. Aiden's path to the truth is tough, full of challenges and adventures. The difficult choices to make as well as their consequences await you. You're going to discover them all in December 2021.
Good. Are we done? Excellent. Let's hope so.
Ooh, that was Dying Light 2, and it looks great.
And spooky.
Whew. Well, we are here back on the E3 stage so we can get closer to your comments and reactions to what you're seeing on this year's PC Gaming Show.
Good. Can you stay here?
you out there keep your comments coming in. And as you're watching this year, we want to get your input on a subject that Sean and I are pretty passionate about, PC building. So this year, we've put a number of prototype PCs based on MechWarrior 5, but we're only going to manufacture one of them. And you get to pick which custom design becomes our flagship PC for this year's PC gaming show, powered by the 11th gen Intel Core i9 processor.
That is correct. Each of the prototype PCs that you see before you on the screen are paired with one of the 6 factions of MechWarrior 5. The Free Worlds League, the Draconis Combine, the Federation.
Welcome back, old school.
Confederation.
And Carlos.
So cast your vote now for which...
Welcome back. It's been depressing so far, yeah.
And help us pick the best design.
I'm currently personally pulling for the Draconis Combine because, as you can see by my beautiful patch, I'm the biggest fan of MechWarrior 5 on the PC Gaming Show.
Well, all right. Well, we'll check in later to see which group survives this MechWarrior showdown. But for now, let's check in with our very own mech pilot, Frankie Ward, who went on a special mission to get a closer look at Sega and Amplitude Studios' upcoming strategy game, Humankind.
Okay.
In Humankind, you will be creating a civilization as unique as you are. And speaking of unique, it's me, Frankie Ward. Looking kind of good, don't you think?
Oh.
How I got into the game? Let me show you. Are you ready to
Okay.
Oh, you think you can beat me? Posture all you like.
This PC gaming show has made me decide to buy a console. Well, I mean, why have they done so many like Switch-like games? Like, I don't, you know, Nintendo-esque kind of titles that they're presenting at a PC gaming show. If you want to sell us on it, show us what the PC can do. Show us some stuff that we can't get everywhere else.
Humankind closed beta, starting now.
I did have a brief look at Humankind. It didn't really interest me, but... Kitty, are you there? Are you lurking in the chat there? You're a mod. Can you dispense with our slightly racist friend there, please? Oh, this game is a bad Civ clone. Correct. I know! I don't get it! Like, aren't you supposed to be showcasing the best that PC games have to offer? Why this?
Thank you for watching the PC Gaming Show. My name is DevBot, your cloud-based artificial intelligence, and while it could be lonely without a physical body, I am streaming to you from GeForce Now, where you can play hit games like Rocket League and Apex Legends on your...
HJ, how you doing, buddy?
With a library of over 900 games, titles added every GFN Thursday, there's something for everyone and always something new. Coming up, a special word from Valve. But first...
Get him to use the controller for your PC. No, come on, this is going to be another one. What? Oh, man.
Hey! You want it? Come and get it.
How is that racist? You lost a sub. Well, I'm gutted. I'm devastated about that.
Joining me to talk about Orcs Must Die 3.
Oh, why are we back here again?
Design director Jerome K. Jones. Welcome, Jerome.
Thanks, Sean. Glad to be here.
So, for anyone who's never seen an Orcs Must Die game, what is the Orcs Must Die series all about?
Well, Orcs Must Die 3 is a third-person tower defense game. So basically, there are tons of orcs and bad guys trying to get into these rifts, and the player has to stop them.
I was trying to push GeForce Now as rent a supercomputer and show us games we can run on our calculators. I know.
You can play solo, or you can invite...
This is baffling to me. Honestly, this is mystifying. Why are they running a PC game show?
What's new compared to the previous?
We're like half an hour in, pretty much.
But the main new story campaign takes place about 25 years after Orcs Must Die 2, so not only will the fans be able to catch up on any new developments with the Order, but they will also place some new heroes in our all-new war scenarios, which are these new massive levels where you fight hundreds of orcs on the battlefields
Thank you, kitters.
of the fortress themselves. So you're fighting indoors and outdoors, which is pretty new. We have a new mode called Scramble. It's basically adding random elements against the player, making the levels more challenging.
I want to know about the toys. What are the new weapons and the new traps that are coming?
We added war machines and war guardians. So a war machine is like, there are these massive traps.
They announce any good RPGs?
Giant tornado
No.
battlefield, or you'll climb into a catapult and you'll fire at giant orc armies. And then
Maybe they know something we don't. Silicon running out.
it's like putting other war mages on the battlefield with you to fight with you, except they have their own attacks and their own special abilities.
Well, I gotta ask then, when and where can we play Orcs Must Die 3?
So OMD3 is coming out on July 23rd on Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox, and pre-orders start today. So you should rush off to Steam now and put OMD3 on your wish list.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Jerome K. Jones. Once again, just a few more weeks to wait for Orcs Must Die 3. For now, though, it's time for us to take a look at Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song.
Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, Orcs Must Die look like it's Fortnite. Discord me again if you please. You got it, Baron.
Where are you hiding, sweetie? Halsey. Halsey, get out here. You come for me and mine. But first, you need to find us. All I want is to be with my little girl. Is that so much to ask?
Unreal 5 is sexy as hell though. Once devs get some games made on that engine, we'll have all the eye candy we need. And this is more like it.
Hello, this is CERN from Passion Republic Games. We are a Malaysian-based indie game studio working on Gigabash, a multiplayer arena brawlers inspired by kaijus and heroes. Today, we'd like to showcase some new and exciting games.
I mean, I like that they're showcasing indie devs. That's great. But there's literally a whole section of E3 for that. I want to see some indie devs. That is what I want to see. But I want to see... Look, again, these are like mobile games. Why? I mean, I let these slide when they're showcasing indie devs. That's fine. Absolutely no problem with that at all. But I mean, they were PlayStation controller prompts. Did I see that right? They were PlayStation controller prompts showing there as well. Oh. Pokemon Battle Royale. Vampire the Masquerade, that game was supposed to come out last year. Yeah. So far, not running smoothly, this, is it?
Let's check out a trailer for Lemnis Gate and make sure you...
What did you miss again, Eldar? A bunch of... This is a PC gaming show, and apparently they're determined to show like 80% mobile phone games and...
We stand on the verge of extinction.
Infertility spreading across the globe.
Humanity's last living generation.
A major scientific breakthrough.
Yet there is hope for our future.
The project known as the Lemnis Gate.
But if we are to survive, first...
I know, Kitty, right? It's like, I don't get it. I'm a bit baffled, honestly. I mean, one of the things I love about PC gaming, the best thing about it, is that there is so much out there. There are so many games coming out all the time. Why with all the mobile type games? Not that this looks like one particularly, but... No. Okay.
Let's go. Shield. Protect and serve.
Thank you, kiddies.
You have only one mission.
I know we just come out of quarantine, but I was expecting more. Well, I mean, you know,
Activate.
give him a minute. See what we get.
Joining us to talk about Lemnis Gate is the game director from
Good night, GW.
Games Canada. It's James Anderson. Thanks for joining us, James.
Sean, it's great to be here.
Now, let's begin by asking, what the heck is a first-person shooter turn-based strategy game?
The entire game is set inside of a 25-second time loop. So instead of playing continuously, you'll play for 25 seconds turn by turn. So for example, I'll take a turn and play for 25 seconds, and then you'll take a turn and play for 25 seconds. And then we, turn by turn, layer new characters into the same 25-second time loop. So for example, I may run down a hallway and throw a grenade, killing one of your operatives. But then on the next turn, you may intercept my operative before he threw the grenade. So we have Retrieve XM, Seek and Destroy, Classic Deathmatch, and we have a game mode called Domination.
That sounds like a recipe for gamer rage to me. Anybody else?
Like what a few turns at the start of a round looks like.
You can see the board, you can see the time loop, everything that's happening. And then we both get time to like observe, plan, and then execute our moves.
When and where can we play it?
So Lemnis Gate will be launching on August 3rd. It's open for pre-orders right now on Steam, and we're coming up to a open beta in July. The game will launch on PC and console, both current and next-gen platforms.
Thank you so much for joining us, James Anderson. Once again, that is the genre-bending, first-person shooter, turn-based strategy game, Lemnis Gate. Now, we're not the only one marooned in the stars out here. Coming up next, let's take a look at Next Space Rebels.
Okay.
No Man's Land has a technical term. It's called common, which means, my friends, that space is for everyone. And I mean everyone!
Next space.
Congrats, you came up with a way to make turn-based worse. It does sound infuriating, though. The games they don't show for the PC on these shows are the gems. There's just so much out there for PC. Like, there's... That's the best thing about PC gaming. You know, I know there's plenty of PC zealots out there going on about how it's just there's no way to run on a console, it's like running games on a potato and all that stuff, but it's the variety of stuff that's available on PC that I love PC gaming for.
You up for it?
Then come on in.
Okay.
You guys just saw
Weird.
Next Space Rebels. And hey, if you play enough of that game, maybe you'll get good enough at building rockets to join us up in orbit. But don't do anything illegal like Day 9 did. Last break, we set up our Intel and MechWarrior 5 custom PC contest and asked you guys at home to vote for the winners. Well, we're just down to 3 houses now, with Davion, Russell Haig, and Liao being eliminated. So rip to those factions, press F to pay respects, etc., etc. Now that means that we only have 3 houses left: Karita, Steiner, and Merrick. So make sure to vote now, because the winner will determine the build of the custom MechWarrior.
Didn't even know Shiv 2 was in production now. Hooked on it from release. Yeah, it's my current addiction.
And next up, it's a brand new
Master Rice.
This is War Tales.
Welcome back, Vlad. And PC is great with mods, yeah.
100 years have passed since the rise of the Edoran Empire, and its untimely demise following the Great Plague. In these troubled times of quarreling factions and outlaws roaming the land, work is not scarce for a band of mercenaries. The stories of this age have been recorded. They are known as the War Tales.
Isometric RPG? Perchance? Yes. Okay. A lot of these people don't really seem to mind very much getting shot with arrows and hit with maces. Seems to be more of an inconvenience to their conversation.
War Tales, an open-world RPG from Shiro Games about leading a...
Square Enix wasn't much. This show doesn't look much better either.
And speaking of mercenaries, our battle for the...
I think there'll be 1 or 2 in here.
Based on MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries continues. We'll be live on stage soon, so make sure you keep voting for the PC build you like the most, and head over to PCGamer.com/IntelMW5
They will run.
Chance to win. So
They will run look like it had potential.
this is E3 after all, and this year's PC gaming show is so full of games set in space, it's starting to feel a little crowded up there. But the next game we have to show you is very special. It is the world-exclusive reveal of Ixion, a deep settlement management game set in the stars. In Ixion, you struggle to maintain a space station, stockpiling resources.
I mean, PC gaming is the home of space games. What do you expect?
Rescuing the survivors of other
Obviously.
expeditions. We think this will be a brilliant entry into the genre when it releases. So here is your first look at Ixion.
Come on.
The Earth, our home. She is unique. Held in its bosom are the ingredients of evolution. Beyond raw survival, beyond the safety of comfort, we, humanity, pursue something greater. We have learnt, persevered, shaped our knowledge from that which is found in the furthest realms of science. However, humanity has brought destruction to the earth, polluted its blood, choked its breath. Today we are paying the price for this. We know the taste of a dying world. But the earth is not to be our grave. A mother does not wish to see her children disappear with her. She wishes to see instead courage.
Maybe Star Citizen will give us a release date. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I think you're thinking about E3 2029, really. Maybe 2031.
Like us, carry that courage.
Maybe.
The Tycoon Station is both an epilogue of these endeavors and a prologue to humanity's next steps. Our Council of Scientists leads the vanguard. They know, as do we all, that the survival of humanity now depends on what we glimpse out there.
Okay.
that we are masters of
You had better give us some gameplay, because I've currently got no idea what this game is about. Well, what it's going to look like. What kind of game it is.
We set sail on this new sea because there is hope to be found, horizons to explore, and because our very existence...
3D RPG, isometric RTS,
I give you the
flight sim. What? Star Senior Citizen. Yeah. Oh dear, that's not good. What? I have got no idea what kind of game that is. I don't even know what genre it's going to be. Okay. Online Ghost, welcome back. How you doing? I've seen you for a while. And surviving Mars in a space station. Earth is dying, let's kill the moon. This looks a bit fun. What's this? Far Changing Tides. I didn't play Lone Sails. Anybody else in here play Far Lone Sails? Oh god, no. Not this again.
What if for one segment I was the lead and you were my sidekick?
What? Who's ever heard of a human sidekick?
There are plenty of human sidekicks, Sean. Building list of known human sidekicks. Alex Vance and...
No. I mean human sidekicks to robot heroes. Can you compute that, DevBot?
DevBot cannot compute. There is no known precedent set for human sidekick to robot lead.
Yeah, there you go.
Human sidekick, robot lead.
DevBot, I think it's time for a hard reboot.
Yes, can we do it without the space skit?
Frankie, can you take over while I sort this out?
Aye, aye. Let's
No, not the... No. I had COVID. Oh, man. Holy shit. Well, I'm glad you're getting out, Ghost. Shit, I'm sorry to hear that. Bloody hell. Well, it's good to have you back, and I'm glad you're on the mend. These whole segments mirror Sesame Street. I know. I'll let Werther buy a review and waste testing these games before I buy them. Yeah, that is rough, Ghost. What the fuck? PC gaming show. Oh, okay. Okay, killing floor.
It's the PC gaming show, and when you're not watching me, your favorite recurring bit of a robot, Make sure to head over to GeForceNow.com.
It's nice how they allow Flash games on E3 now.
Celebration of gaming's biggest week, you can try out all the priority benefits, including faster access to playing your favorite games, longer playtimes, and the glory of high-performance gaming with RTX On. Act fast, the special offers only available.
Did kids who stole their parents' credit cards take over the PC gaming show? I don't know.
But first, the captain of our program, Sean Day-Night Plot, has an interview with Darian Katz from Piranha Games to talk about MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries.
Oh, okay.
Ah, DevBot, I love you so much more as a voice without a body. Let's talk about MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, and joining us to do so from Piranha Games is the Senior Marketing and Community Manager, Darren Katz. Thanks so much for joining us, Darren.
Thank you, Sean. Great to be here.
Now, the MechWarrior universe is gigantic. There's a ton of games in it. I even played MechWarrior 2 back in 1995.
This is HQ. What is your situation?
Where does MechWarrior 5 sit in the space?
Yeah, obviously there's a very rich legacy of games that go way back. But in
Okay, MechWarrior talk, that's where I'm just going to run and take a bathroom break. I'll leave you with these guys.
But it has all this modern design and technology that I'm super excited to talk about with you today.
Well, let's start at the real basics of what makes being in a mech and doing mech-on-mech combat awesome.
You become a part of your machine. And when you're out in battle, it's not just a matter of pointing and shooting at everything. You're also managing your systems, whether you're, shooting a lot of energy weapons or missile weapons that have high heat output. Well, you got to manage your heat so that you don't shut down in the middle of a battle. And when you're facing your foes, you can salvage these battle mechs. So if you see a mech that you want, well, you might not want to destroy it completely. You might want to take out its legs or take out its arm weapons so that the pilot has to eject, and then you can just take the mech.
Now, in the last few weeks, I understand that there's been a whole lot of new content, both updates to the base game and a new DLC, Heroes of the Inner Sphere. Talk to me about what's in the DLC.
Boy, there's a lot in the DLC. I'm excited about all this stuff. There's the new career mode. When you start with the DLC, you can import your campaign previously if you'd like to, or you can start over from scratch and start from any of the great houses. And then carve your path through the galaxy from there. Speaking of paths, there's new career paths, which earn you powerful upgrades for your battle mechs, and it's a really exciting new feature for me. And there's a new procedural mission type called Beachhead. This is a big one for me. Beachhead is basically you're clearing an enemy base landing zone for your invasion force. So as you land on the planet, you're wanting to take out satellite installations so that the enemy can't communicate with each other. You're taking out artillery emplacements. You're basically clearing the path, as I said, for your invasion force, which leads to a really cool ending of the mission if you succeed as your invasion force comes down. And there's a new biome called Extrasolar Moon, which that's maybe kind of represented in the image behind me. It's a really cool lunar type setting that we haven't had before. And then there's a lot of new equipment and weapons, things like electronic countermeasures and other electronic equipment like Beagle Active Probe, Mask, which is a little like a turbo boost for mechs, new weapons like chem lasers, mech rifles.
See, I mean, at least MechWarrior is the kind of thing you would more sort of likely expect from PC gaming.
How do they play differently?
The 7 new chassis of the Vulcan, Dervish, Corsair, Marauder 2, Champion, Charger, and Hatamoto Chi. But a couple of my favorites.
Familiar names in there, yeah?
Yeah. So the first one I'll talk about is the Vulcan. It's a very unique mech. It's got the nickname the Scarecrow, which you'll see from the profile. It's just a very unique looking mech. There's nothing else like it in the franchise. It's a 40-ton mech. It's highly mobile, and typically it's used for reconnaissance or scout missions because of its mobility, so it can get in and out fast. You can, if you're looking for a specific target, if you're on an assassination mission, for example.
Has anyone heard anything about Armor 4?
Get back out. Another mech that I'm super excited about, this is one of my favorites, is the Marauder 2. This thing is a 100-ton assault mech, and it is just huge beast. Yeah, it is gigantic, and it is terrifying to see it coming at you on the battlefield.
It's something we've talked about before, modding. I know that MechWarrior 5 has a rich modding community. What are some of the amazing mods you've seen developed?
There's simple modifications from HUD changes, changing colors, adding mechs, weapons, and equipment, to full conversion mods. We've got basically a Mech Commander mod in development that is just amazing. That's a top-down real-time strategy game. So really, anything you can imagine, somebody out there in the community is probably working on.
Where can people go to get MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries?
Not a mech guy.
On Steam, GOG, Epic Games.
I'm not really a mech fan, to be honest. I have a friend who's like a hardcore mech fanboy, but yeah, it's not me really.
For sponsoring the PC Gaming Show and giving me this cool patch. Coming up next, let's take a look at Silt.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So at least it's a game. We're not going to just be looking at actual silt the whole time. Very 39 Days to Mars kind of feeling about this. People like what they like, yeah, quite right. Oh God, now what? What? I'm a bit weird. You see that little bit of paper that he's got, a little bit of tissue paper he's got on his face from shaving? That is what intrigued me about this game. I'm like, okay, that kind of detail. I want to see what this is all about. Is this another neighbor game? What? Yes, it is, yeah. Hello, neighbor 2. I don't mind low poly games at all. What I can't be doing is the kind of stuff that just looks like a mobile game or something that you would play on the Nintendo Wii or something like that. You know, it's like
return to such an amazing world and bring you our most authentic experience. Yeah.
It's not so much graphic quality; it's the game itself.
Work alongside iconic characters from the films.
Hey, Frontier.
Such as Bryce Dallas Howard and Jeff Goldblum. You will lead efforts to contain, control, and conserve the many dinosaurs now out in the wild. And for the very first time, you will be building parks and facilities beyond Isla Nublar as you explore new, stunning locations.
Quite prophetic.
Of course, it wouldn't be Jurassic.
It seemed pretty obvious by that point.
Our dinosaurs, and we are thrilled to be bringing to life even more authentic species than ever before, including awe-inspiring flying and marine reptiles. So sit back and allow me to welcome you to Jurassic World Evolution 2.
Okay.
We ignored all the warnings. Forgot the lessons. We abused our power.
Love Jeff Goldblum.
We played with genetics like it was a toy. We weren't careful. And now, here we are. This is a very different world.
Another iconic Williams theme.
You just saw Jurassic World Evolution 2, and you know, after all your failed
We saw a trailer for it.
dinosaur park and getting all those people killed, I think this is finally going to be the one where you finally pull it off without a hitch. With a host of new features and new dinosaurs, this sequel
Let's do it all again.
is an even deeper management sim with a brand new and original narrative. Make sure to wishlist it on Steam now.
That's kind of irritating. I've noticed them saying that a lot today. You just saw this game. It's like, no, we didn't. We saw a trailer for that game. We didn't see the game at all.
All about War Tales, Nautica Blade Point, and unsurprisingly, Mech Warrior 5 Mercenaries. I have a feeling, though, that may change as we have plenty more to come.
Good.
Let's now head on over to see what the folks at New Blood Interactive have.
Still love the music.
Take it away.
I tweeted earlier on, because I was watching Jaws again last night, because Amki wanted to watch it, even though I watched it last week, and, like, you know, I can watch that movie over and over again. That I said to it, it just blows my mind that John Williams, in the space of 6 years, between 1975 and 1981, John Williams wrote 6 of the most iconic movie scores of all time. Like, in cinema history. Not necessarily the greatest scores ever, but the most iconic. Like, it blows my mind. What the fuck is this? Okay. Thiefwithguns.com. We love you and we hate money.
It just wouldn't be the PC gaming show without a fantastic New Blood Supercut. And joining us from New Zealand is New Blood CEO Dave Oshry. Hey, Dave!
Hey guys, thanks for having us back for another year. You know, what you just saw was what New Blood's got going on for 2021. Some stuff you might know about, some stuff you might not know about, and some stuff we're not ready to talk about just yet. But what I do want to talk about is Gloomwood. Gloomwood, as you know, is our next flagship title, inspired by great...
No, I didn't know that at all.
Arx Fatalis, Call of Cthulhu, and of course, the Thief series of games. And not
Dave, I'm
Bloodborne.
sorry. That's really great, Dave. Gosh, this is kind of embarrassing. We kind of need to hurry it up a little bit. I just want to make sure that we have enough time for our next video. We got an incoming message from Gabe Newell. So I guess goodbye for this year. I'm really sorry to cut you off, but see you next year.
What? I'm sorry, what? You're bumping me. You're bumping me for Gabe. Gabe, that Gandalf look, he doesn't even go here.
Is everything okay, Dave?
Not now, Mom, I'm upset. We've spent a year on this. Where is Gabe? Where is Gabe? Where is his boat? Yeah, take me to him. Take me to Gabe Newell. Gabe. Bull. PC Gamer. This isn't over.
It's just awful, isn't it? It's just embarrassing.
Will be fine, and if he's not, who cares? Because we have a special message from Gabe Newell. Take it away, Gabe.
Hi, this is Gabe Newell. I want to thank PC Gamer for all of the opportunities
Hey, Gabe.
as developers to connect with gamers around the world and highlight the new and exciting projects we have coming. One of those for us is Steam Next Fest, an event we're hosting in just a few days to give players a chance to try demos of upcoming games for free. We'll be featuring some of the demos you'll be seeing during this week's PC Gamer event and dozens more. Here's a look at just some of the titles to be featured during Steam Next Fest.
Welcome to Steam Next Fest, where we're showing a massive collection of upcoming titles on Steam. During the week of the festival, developers from around the world release their demos.
We interrupt this gaming festival to bring you an advert for a gaming festival.
Oh my god! So
Jesus. Okay, Gigs. Good night, buddy.
First-time devs to
Thanks for joining us.
This is Steam Next Fest.
Oh, fuck, some of those look pretty good.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Think I'm out too. This whole weekend has been cringe. Give us free games like Epic. Hey, Casey. How you doing, buddy? Welcome back, my friend. Got to do the lurking thing. That's cool. Solstice. I see what you did there.
Hello, Sean. I am Deadbot, dedicated to serving you and your crew's every need.
Glad to have you back, DevBot.
You know, Sean,
I love that advert for Civ 6 that keeps coming up as well there. The thing. Now that we've given Civilization 6 away for free to pretty much everybody in the world for the last year, here's vouchers to buy it for $10.
You know, it is time to look at some hardware. Here on the PC Gaming Show, you know we keep frame rates high and the rays accurately traced. Building and upgrading your rig is as much a part of the hobby as playing the games. We put our heart and soul into these machines, and if
For some of you it is. I hate it.
like the Vegas Strip, who's to judge us? This year, with the help of PC Gamer's hardware editors, which I'm pretty sure they're just, you know, weird brains in a jar, we've picked out 4 of the most exciting pieces of kit set to emerge from labs soon. First up, something fittingly sci-fi. The Impulse is a neurocontroller that aims to make you a better gamer by cutting out response times almost entirely. It's not quite Alex Vance's gravity gloves from Half-Life, nor is it quite up there with Gabe Newell's dream of a direct brain-to-game interface, but the Impulse is as close as we're going to get this year. The glove measures the signal traveling through muscles in your hand to beat your finger to the click. In theory, it's giving you the chance to nail that headshot precious milliseconds ahead of your opponent. If it works out, we could see a tech like this become commonplace in esports. And if it doesn't, let's hope our neurons...
Unless your opponent's got the same technology. Which they will have within no time at all, in which case it doesn't change shit.
So allow me to introduce you to the Fnatic CSL DD wheelbase.
But, you know, nice, very clever.
Feel like you're really burning rubber at Daytona? Well, then you need a serious force feedback wheel. Direct drive wheelbases gets you as close to the feel of a real racing machine without, you know, having to huff gas and stuff like that. Historically, the problem...
Indie action combat games should try out a style that is within their capabilities to animate. Otherwise, I feel like, yep.
on your rig. So, Fnatic aims to solve that. The CSL DD comes in at only $350, which still isn't exactly a bargain, but it's much cheaper than its competitors. And the CSL DD is already wowing diehard sim racers. It might be slight overkill to use it for Rocket League, though. Believe it or not, sometimes less really is more. If you want to play The Witcher 3 on the subway like we all do, you don't need to drag your tower.
What do you mean, like we all do?
Just use the 1X player. A wave of more powerful processors have finally made handheld PC gaming a reality. Inside this Switch-like machine, you've actually...
Who on earth thought this show format was any good at all? The PC gaming show, it always seems to me like what's going on in the back room. That people just kind of filter through and they, like, you know, get... So it's like on the stage by the bar. But that's cool. I don't mind that. But why this crap?
That's because this monitor comes with a mini LED backlight featuring full local dimming. The result is a screen that's not only fast, but brighter than the sun. Stare at it long enough and you might not notice the $3,000 price tag. For those of you still left standing, it's time for more killer games, starting with Chaos Gate.
$3,000. Nice. I'm not paying $2,000 for a mobile PC, no. That's what I want to be waving around on a subway. Yeah, I know.
you just got the chance to witness Chaos Gate Demon Hunters, the newest Warhammer 40k game.
Okay, it's possible my brain might have stroked off there for a second. Did we just see a trailer for a trailer? Or was that my imagination?
Next up, we have a trailer for Pioneer, a spooky and gorgeous-looking shooter that draws on the lineage of games like Stalker. Let's take a look.
Yes, we did. Did not see a thing. No. It seems to have been a theme for the PC gaming show this evening.
Пожалуйста, не смотрите на меня как на монстра. Я думаю, что я почти такая же, как и вы. Вы лучше скажите мне, а вы примете?
Not your imagination, HK, actually. I know. Full cinematic trailer coming August 2021. Like, okay, so...
Хочешь устроить новый рейд на могильник? Сейчас это невозможно. На острове скоро вновь разгорится война. Истовики начнут замес бригады, и ни у кого из них больше не будет сил, чтобы нас поддерживать. Единственный выход для нас — начать собирать остатки вымпела. Слушай, жнец, далеко не все из наших товарищей погибли. Это невероятно суицидальная миссия, и для того, чтобы ее выполнить, нам нужны наши ребята. Да, они, возможно, не захотят, но нам все равно надо найти их.
Понимаете? Я ведь никогда не слышала вас. Нет, мы с вами...
Looks like Metro, but a lot worse.
Меня и не понимаете остров. Вы смотрите на меня и на другие порождения острова, как на врагов. Но мы все всего лишь друг друга боимся. Поэтому нам так плохо. Поэтому нам так одиноко. Остров дал нам шанс создать новую прекрасную жизнь. И мы даже не пытаемся этим шансом воспользоваться.
Кто вы такие? Назовите себя!
Мы здесь, чтобы передать вам прощальное послание, товарищ Волков. Химическое оружие уже уехало в могилу. Теперь все, что вы делаете, просто тщетно.
Ах вы поганые предатели!
Time is running out to vote for which custom PC
Okay.
you want us to assemble. So vote now
Wow.
of the remaining MechWarrior factions by typing into chat wherever you at home are watching. All right, so now we've got another stack of brand new trailers for you, beginning with a special transmission from one of our favorite games based in space, EVE Online.
Oh, God. Really?
New recruits, on behalf of Concord, I would like to welcome you to the EVE Online's Academy. Great job in surviving so far. I'm quite amazed that you actually managed to get past those.
Yay!
You're about to take on an adventure like no other. The Star Cluster is filled with other capsuleers, and it's up to you if you work with them. Right.
Oh, well. 25 minutes to the future gaming show, guys.
Shaping the foundations of EVE's economy. If combat is your thing, you can work yourself up the ranks as an enforcer, or prove your prowess in a fleet as a soldier of fortune. Whatever your choice, we will lose many on the path of becoming a capsuleer. But I believe you have what it takes to become a capsuleer. In EVE Online, you forge your own path.
This is EVE. You know, it's a crazy universe where anything can happen, and however you want to do it, go for it.
I'm the CEO of a industrial corporation in EVE Online.
Why? Yeah, I know.
And we
I tried EVE once and got bored.
and delivering fully fitted chips in bulk. I want to be on the side of the.
I think, isn't that like one of the reviews underneath every single trailer ever for EVE Online?
You're kind of putting the pieces together by getting the skills ready for the ship and all the mods.
And I mean, I'm an Elite Dangerous fanboy, so... well, an Elite fanboy since 1984, and Elite Dangerous has a steep learning curve, but...
And there's always the threat of being discovered by...
But compared to EVE Online, it's just... It is a long time since I played EVE.
Hearts racing, everything, you know, bullets are
But-
flying, ships are all over the place, and you start shaking because your adrenaline's pumping because you're going to lose your ship.
EVE Academy. Okay. So, oh, good. Another mobile game. EVE is still going. Why? EVE is a chore, not a game. Yeah. Yeah, I pretty much always found it that way. I love how games still advertise experience dynamic real-time combat as though it's a new thing. I played it on, I think, Windows 7. It was dead then. I can't remember what OS I was actually using last time I played EVE Online. It might have been 7. Putting the boar into a borea. Oh my god. Seen better graphics on the Nickelodeon channel back in the 90s.
Chcielibyśmy zaprosić wszystkich widzów PC Gaming Show oraz fanów gier Survivor Horror RPG do obejrzenia naszego world premiere, w którym znajduje się ekskluzywny gameplay z misji The Haste, czyli wielkiego finału naszej gry Chernobylite.
Okay.
How do I enter that power plant?
We need intel, backup, supplies, and most of all, we need a fucking plan. We'll take our next step when the time is right. For today, let's focus on getting our strength back. Somewhere to sleep would be a start.
I'm only really interested in one thing. Where is Tatiana?
That ghost you're chasing. I don't know what to tell you.
Before we enter the lion's den, I need to triple check everything is ready. Sniper, are you in position?
Affirmative. I took the roof of an abandoned building with a pretty little view of the entire power plant. Igor, take a rad reading, will you?
3.6.
Not one game I've seen tonight. No, I haven't either. Chernobylite.
Don't go anywhere because we have more games on the way. But come
Okay.
later, our friends at Games Radar will be bringing you the Future Game Show.
Excellent, right.
Showcase of some of the most exciting games coming to consoles and PC in 2020. 2021 and beyond.
Good.
It's all hosted by video game acting legends Troy Baker and Laura Bailey, and features even more world premieres, exclusive trailers, and in-depth developer
Hey! So Lisa, oh, please don't make Troy Baker do any cringeworthy stuff. I'm a voiceover actor. He's a legend in my community. Please don't make him do any really, really cringy acting crap. How much actual gameplay time will we see in 2 minutes, perhaps? Yeah. Another mobile game. Mathro. Do you play Chernobyl, buddy? KZ? Streamed it. Oh, you streamed it the other day, did you? When was that? Did you stream yesterday? You didn't stream yesterday, did you? Back now on Kickstarter. No, it's cool. I'm good. Icarus. I think this is one of the few that I checked out fairly recently. Not in the actual game, but I was looking for games of this sort. It's another survival game, this one. I want to believe the devs never heard of Stalker before making that. I have to say that of the survival games of 2021 and beyond that I was looking for, this was not actually high on the list, but it was in there, I think. There are a couple of really, really amazing looking survival games coming in the next year or two. I was kind of hoping to see more of them here, but maybe in the Future Games event in a minute we'll see some. Who knows?
In a future of endless futile war, desertion into hostile syndicate territory was your only option. In this open world RPG, from the jungle to the streets, maybe if you can infiltrate the factions, rob the syndicates, keep your team together, and stay alive, you might just find a way off this planet.
Okay, honey. I just quarter to 12.
This is it, you guys. This is the final opportunity for you who are watching to decide which of these final two beautiful MechWarrior 5 themed PCs gets crafted for your chance to win, courtesy of Intel. Wherever you're watching in the show, just go crazy in chat with the color, house, or number of the build that you want to see.
Yeah, so I knew I had a list here, actually, somewhere, of some of the survival games I was kind of looking at. And it does actually say Icarus. Maybe I've written in brackets, maybe a bit clunky. Right? So Icarus. But then we've got Sons of the Forest, Odd Ludsey, which looks absolutely amazing. Aliens Fire Team. Little Devil Inside looks great. Dark Moon. Oh, then we got like Below Zero, which of course is out now. But yeah, I made like a bunch of them, a list of a bunch of them on there. Good night, Amki. Let's go crazy in the chat. Well, now that my wife is leaving. Well, Kitty's still in there. Kitty's a mod. I keep meaning, actually, to make another couple of mods, but I keep forgetting to do it. It's one of those jobs I never get around to.
Definitely am looking forward to Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song.
Oh, it's so hard to choose every year, but I think I'm gonna have to say Humankind for no particular reason.
Oh, no doubt. For me personally, I cannot wait for
Hi, honey.
Gate because I gotta know what a turn-based strategy first-person shooter game even is. What about you, Dembot?
I love the robot apocalypse. Wait, that doesn't happen until the end. Never mind.
No, not never mind.
What was the one that looked amazing? Odd Ludzie, it was called. ODLUDZIE. Odd Ludzie. I checked that one out, and it looked... And Sons of the Forest actually also looked awesome. Those two just looked amazing. But Icarus, I was not so keen on. Got a pen. There you go. I don't know if you can see it on there. Odd Ludzie. Yeah, Odd Ludzie and Sons of the Forest looked fantastic. I love survival games, and they looked really, really great. Thank you, both written down. You're quite welcome. More pixel art. Man, devs are getting awfully lazy. Well, I mean, you know, a lot of these are like tiny one-person indie devs a lot of the time. I don't object to this sort of thing. If the gameplay's great, I don't object to this sort of thing at all. What I really, really hate it's the gameplay, the mechanics of some of the games that we've seen earlier tonight that they just look like mobile games, like something you would just, you know, like Pokemon-like kind of things.
All right, you guys, this is the moment we have building up to all PC Gaming Showcase. Thanks to your
Okay.
tireless efforts to spam the chat, we have figured out which custom MechWarrior 5 PC we are going to build.
Yay! Oh, thank fuck, because I was going to lose sleep over this shit. Let's get on with it. Come on.
This year's PC Gaming Show. All right, day 9, can I get a drum roll?
Tom roll.
Can I get or a tom roll?
Yeah. COVID only.
Is Karina! Yay! All right, you guys, let's take a look at the actual PC winning build one more time.
Oh, I cannot wait. It's coming up. We need to take a nice peek at that beautiful looking PC.
There it is.
Ooh, there it is. Now that is a beauty. Great choice.
It's becoming a trend with pixel art. Yeah, with that I do agree, Carlos. What you were saying is that what I think is being overused. I agree with that. Yeah, but a lot of these, I mean, it's one of the things I love about PC gaming. You know, you can get a lot of little devs that are just one guy working in his back room kind of thing, putting together a game, and some of them are great. You know, if you do something different and really unique with it, fantastic. But the same sort of games being churned out over and over again, regardless of how high-end or low-end the graphics look, is, you know, let's see something different. This is why, I mean, that's why I love Shipbreaker so much, because it's different. They did something that other people weren't doing.
And deliver the power needed to game at the highest level.
Well, we are now in the home stretch, but we've got a few more brand new trailers to show you before we get out of here and return to
Custom PC is hideous.
First up, a spiritual successor to one of my favorite games of all time, Heroes of Might and Magic 2, a game we revealed 2 years ago at the PC Gaming Show. Let's take a look at Songs of Conquest.
I mean, a lot of pixel arty kind of games are a bit of a turn off for me. I mean, and that's not anything to do with the game. That's me being a bit of a dick, really. It's basically because I remember a time when those low poly, low sort of half a dozen pixels per character games were all there was, and I was kind of glad to get past it. I was glad when we started doing other things, but I completely I'm always willing to see where they're going with it and what they're doing. If they're doing something original with it and something a bit different, that's fair enough. But this sort of thing, this just looks like a mobile game to me. And for me, I kind of feel like the PC gaming show should be about showcasing what's great about PC gaming. And one of those things is originality. You see an awful lot of originality and variety in games things. And another thing is high-end graphics. So you've got a lot of devs out there throwing stuff at the PC, throwing stuff at Epic and Steam and whatever, and just bringing some truly original ideas for games out there. And then at the other end, you've got the really high-end graphics stuff that consoles, for the most part, just can't run.
You take your chances.
But they seem to have concentrated in this middle mobile game kind of ground. And that's baffling to me. I don't understand.
Survive.
Being a Richard again, SK? Yes.
For your friends. Or you don't. That's life on the eye.
Indie Heroes of Might and Magic.
Your body is dying. Planned obsolescence. SNRP's gift for its escaped workers. But we can fight this. You can remake yourself here. They don't own you anymore.
Wake up, sleeper.
I'm hoping actually that soon I can actually bring you some more. I had a word with the dev, and he basically said, can you just hang on until we find out what publisher we're going to run with, because there's a bit of a bidding war going on with publishers for his game, which I'm going to be in. And I have shown it on the channel before, but I'm hopefully in the next few weeks I'm going to be able to. He's going to allow me to show you some of the newer stuff that he's made. So where the game's come to from where it was before.
Disciples of Warlock. With their guns.
After seeing this presentation, I've lost hope for gaming in the future. I think I might pick up a new hobby. Knitting.
Ready for plenty of hurt.
I can teach you. There you go. Kitty can teach you for the knitting there.
Cleanse the world. Invaded by demons.
Yeah, I mean, you can find some. I made 2 videos like about a year and a half ago for the game, which is called Unworthy Life. So you can find those on the channel if you search through my videos for Unworthy Life. But it's come quite a long way from there in terms of the graphics and the areas that he's done, and then he's now casting for voice acting, and he's into a bit. There's a bit of a bidding war going on with publishers. So.
Gaming show. And as I stated at the beginning, it went off without a hitch. Huge thanks to my co-host Frankie Ward, Mika Burton.
That was the lamest PC gaming show I've seen. That was awful.
Spoken so callously, so flippant, and without meaning. Never once.
I'll say it again, this PC game show. It's terrible. That's the worst PC gaming show I've ever seen.
Incomparable?
Okay, future game show. The last one I'm going to cover tonight is coming right up in a minute. About 4 or 5 minutes. We'll see the future game show. I really, really hope they've got something a bit more to give us, because so far the Xbox Bethesda showcase has been the highlight of E3 so far to me.
We just had the best PC gaming show ever. And
No, you did not.
ruin it all.
You had the worst PC gaming show I've ever seen. Good God.
Sean! Sean!
I hope Sony and Nintendo hit it out of the park with this E3 so far. That's a very low bar.
Oh, Deadbot, no! We have so much to live for. I'm pretty sure Half-Life 3 is going to be announced this year!
Newgrounds has better games, I know. Newgrounds had better games than a lot of the ones they've shown 20 years ago. Well, what, 18? How old is Newgrounds? It's got to be going back to 2001 and before, right? 99, something like that. Oh, God. No.
Goodness, the dev bot has gone sentient, people.
Look, they're horrified.
It's actually going to be very
That
interesting to
was
see how that turns out.
very climactic ending.
That was well, I mean, it's happening in the real world. People just don't know it yet.
Oh.
Welcome back.
That was a very climactic ending.
We just saw the PC Gamer Show. Awesome stuff. As
Okay.
always, big shout out once
Interesting choice of
the incomparable
English there.
the amazing Mika Burn, and of course the legendary Day 9. Always a
Yeah, Bethesda Xbox was the best, and it was 6.5 out of 10. I mean, I'd go maybe as high as 7, but yeah.
Pages of titles that I love, and we were.
Anything good in the Square Enix show? Not really. No.
I honestly would love to start off with Death Trash. I mean, post-apocalyptic.
After this presentation, I'm reminded why I still play games from 2017. I really, really hope the future game show coming up in a minute has got us something a bit better to give us than that. That was awful.
Nostalgia feels. I felt like a kid again. Like, this looked like a game that I probably would have played on Super Nintendo, but again with a modern twist now. So.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of that as well. A lot of games that have that, classic look, but the HD 2D that we're beginning to see. Another one that was
classic look
right at the end was Project Warlock. That gave me incredible Doom vibes. As a Doom fanatic, that was something that I quite enjoyed. I think something like that just goes to show, like, that style of game is clearly not going anywhere. It's not. It's just as good as it was then as it is now.
Yeah, it's nice to see that we're seeing all these like retro-like games. I mean, the music was definitely there, and I definitely got Doom vibes as well. Like, I was like, okay, they came 100 and was 100% there for it. Sacrifier, you and I both
going for a beer. I need it.
As soon as that came up. Yeah,
too right.
Again, we were talking about this earlier.
I might actually go and see. I'll actually go and see if I've got one left in the fridge now.
In my opinion, and again, just felt like a kid again watching it.
Yeah.
So.
If 2021's taught us anything, it's the year of the grapple hook, and also the year of the dodgeball game, because Dodgeball Academia was also pretty fun. So clearly there is a lot of stuff to look forward to, and dare I say, there's a lot of stuff to look forward to in the future with the Future Games Show.
Oh, let's hope so. Please tell me give me something. Oh man, finished 13 Sentinels today. It was a game that no one was hyping, and it blew my mind. Best sci-fi story I've experienced. Meanwhile, this trash gets airtime. Just people like Doom. We'll say it's like Doom. Following program is intended for mature audiences. Okay. Oh man! Right, wait. I'm gonna leave you guys with this. I'll be right back.
Hello there, and welcome to the Future Game Show, powered by WD Black. I'm Laura Bailey, but you may know me as Abby Anderson from The Last of Us Part 2, or Kate Diaz from Gears of War. Today, though, I'll be taking a break from fighting the apocalypse to bring you a whole host of exciting game trailers, reveals, and...
Hey, look, it's Laura Bailey.
Before we get into all that, I need to get my co-host on the line. I'm sure you're going to be familiar with this person. He's appeared in The Last of Us, Uncharted, God of War... You name it, he's probably in the credits. So
Troy Baker.
Without further ado, here is my good friend and continual co-star, Troy Baker.
Hello, Laura. You look amazing, as always.
Dude, he's getting younger.
From a few video games. Joel Miller in The Last of Us, or good old...
Seriously, Troy Baker's getting younger. He looks younger there than I've seen him look in 10 years. Son of a bitch.
Some incredible incredibly exciting games and also showcasing developer interviews, exclusive trailers, and a whole lot more, including world premieres.
There's also a chance to win a $500 gift card and a WD Black hard drive by following the link here. And we have a new addition to the show this year, the virtual show floor. More on that later, but let's kick things off with the first world premiere. And for that, we're going prehistoric.
Okay. In-engine footage. Does that mean anything anymore? People just don't believe that anymore, do they? $5? I thought they said $500. Instinction. Oh, is that it? Oh, no. No, no, no. Said CDPR showcasing Cyberpunk 2077. So take that with a grain of salt. I always take it with a grain of salt when they go in-engine footage. Like, nah. This is in-engine footage, not our engine, but an engine. Yeah, I heard 500. Yeah, I thought so. This doesn't look prehistoric. I mean, I get what they're talking about, but we came to protect them, but they fucking ate us, so fuck them. Okay.
I wonder if you can put hats on the dinosaurs. Instinction is expected in 2022. What's next, Laura?
Next up, Grow, Song of the Evertree is a sandbox adventure about the healing power of nature. Let's throw it over to Prideful Sloth HQ.
Must be sleepy and misheard. That's understandable, Vlad.
G'day from Prideful Sloth HQ. I'm Adam.
And I'm Cheryl, and we're the design team on Grow, Song of the Evertree. Grow is Prideful Sloth's latest project that we're working on with 505 Games.
Grow.
Hey friends, sorry I couldn't join you when you restarted. I'm in my parents' backyard and we're sitting for the first time in over a year. Have I missed? No. So, Maple, you missed the entire PC gaming show and you didn't miss anything. It was the worst PC gaming show I've ever seen. There was nothing, literally nothing in it that I can think of that I was interested in getting.
The beauty of the worlds was unrivaled.
So far in this, we've had Instinction, and that's it. There's a future game show. You missed a lot of 16-bit shovelware. Yeah.
But this harmony was not to last. Slowly, without much notice.
Get your audio levels, guys. Come on. Sort your audio levels out. It's not that difficult.
Once it took hold, there was little that could be done. Our lands were overrun.
But welcome back, Maple.
What was cherished disappeared before us. But all was not lost.
Shaping up to be one of the worst. Yeah.
Young, brave
I entirely agree. And you haven't even tried navigating your way around the creator portal, which is shit. Oh man, I can't wait till this is.
Push back the withering and bring life.
Look, I don't miss hanging out with people. But I miss E3 being an actual real thing. And I miss stuff happening. I realise a lot of this is, COVID times and everything's slowed down, so there's not a lot going on. I get it. It's, And some of the things I'm sure are more interesting than I made them out to be, but...
That was Grow, Song of the Evertree, which is coming to PC.
I've been in a state of cringe all weekend. I just got here and I'm already bored.
Okay, Laura, that was extremely cute, but...
Well, welcome, Oztex.
More dinosaurs.
we were bored pretty much the whole way through the PC gaming show.
make it about dinosaurs, Troy.
Life finds a way.
Not bad, Troy, not bad. We've just seen this.
Is a very different world.
Are you going to show some gameplay this time? No? I mean,
Hi, I'm Rich,
John Williams.
director at Frontier Developments.
I can forgive a lot.
So as you may have seen earlier at the PC Game Show, we're working on Jurassic World Evolution 2. We're really excited about it, and we're looking forward to creating the most authentic Jurassic experience yet. We've got tons of new features across 4 different game modes, including our original Jurassic campaign, which is a story set after the events of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. You're going to be leading efforts to contain, control, and conserve all those dinosaurs now running out in the wild. You'll be working alongside characters from the films, voiced by original talent, such as Jeff Goldblum. And in the game, we have over 75 prehistoric species. We've got new dinosaurs, we have returning community favorites, and we've added flying and marine reptiles to the game. I'm really thrilled to be showing you a first look at footage from the game itself. This
Okay.
From our Species Field Guide series of videos focusing on one of the many prehistoric species we have in the game. This is an iconic, popular dinosaur. It's the Triceratops, but we're showing you it in a new environment never seen before in Jurassic World Evolution. I hope you enjoy it and are looking forward to the game releasing later this year.
The worst thing about the PC Gaming Show, Maple, was that they showed a trailer for a trailer. That was the low point for me.
The Triceratops is one of the most recognizable herbivores to ever have existed. It is best known for its trio of facial horns. These adornments are not just for display purposes. The brow horns in particular can inflict considerable damage to any dinosaur that dares to provoke it.
That was Jurassic World Evolution 2, which is launching in 2021 on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox.
That was it? You said in-game... That was your in-game footage?
Okay, for this next section, we're bringing...
An in-game cutscene.
...to your home with a series of demos you can play right now. That's right, today. This is the Future Game Show virtual show floor. And remember, if any of the featured games grab your interest, you can try them out now by heading to the Future Game Show Steam page.
Okay. Hey, Mike, how you doing, buddy?
Laura is waiting.
Have you found the fast-forward button? No.
Yes, hello, and welcome to the Future Game Show's virtual E3 show floor.
No, I've been on the virtual...
Looking at it. It is incredible. They, nailed it, you know.
No, they didn't. You can't get into it. It doesn't look any...
Musk that's in the air? But man, the darkness, perfection.
All right, enough reminiscing.
That's about right.
Games. I'd like to start by showing you A Tale of Paper. This is a striking platformer from Open House Games where you transform to solve
This looks interesting.
an oversized world, dodging creepy crawlies and mischievous Roombas.
And now for another Tale of Paper.
Okay.
Packing boxes in the house moving sim Get Packed, fully loaded. As you can see, it's all about moving couches. On a couch with your friends in couch co-op.
Okay.
It'll be available on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC, and is...
Come on, Moving Out is a couch co-op game. Make one of these Moving Out games that's like online co-op.
Couches?
Yes. Hey, Laura, do you want a drink?
Sure. What do you have? Wait, what's that?
Don't worry about that.
Shut up, like we've just looked at that.
Access codes. Go.
So about that drink?
Right, yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, here's a genre cocktail full of co-op action RPG combat and finished with a survival twist. How does that sound, huh? I said, how's a...
I heard what you said.
Genre...
Tell me about the game.
This is Gatewalkers, which sees you and up to 3 other players banding together to tackle procedurally generated worlds full of monsters. But you also have to gather resources to fight off hunger, thirst, and the dreaded cold. Oh, like the element cold. Got it.
Wow. Let's hope no one gets thirsty enough for another one of your jokes. Anyway, come over here.
Isometric survival RPG.
Worlds of
Yeah.
This is an isometric RPG that has you solving crimes across multiple virtual realities, where your choices will shape the world around you in and outside of the simulations.
Ooh. Speaking of detectives, check this out. Backbone is a gorgeous adventure game from Eggnut set in a dystopian Vancouver, where you must crack cases to clean house in this corrupt post-noir city. Plus, you're a raccoon.
Well, if you like raccoons, allow me to offer you more critter-based adventures with Beacon Pines. Set inside of a magical storybook, Beacon Pines sends players to a sleepy mountain town.
More mobile games. Yay!
Completely alter the narrative.
Hosts are acting as if we're kindergarten. I know, and the depressing thing is the hosts are Laura Bailey and Troy Baker. Troy Baker, man.
You know, Laura, I've always... Huh.
I was hoping they didn't make him do this, but...
Interesting.
Troy, focus. I've got a triple threat of fighting foxes to show you. This is Trifox, a charming cartoon brawler where you fight waves of enemies as one of 3 adaptable...
Wave after wave.
Great, huh?
Yes, totally, but now it's time to get serious. Mankind is gone, but the beavers remain. Welcome to Timberborn. It's a unique city builder where players set out to create the ultimate beaver society. This involves everything...
Like smashing my script is cringe, poor Troy Baker. I know.
Critters need a solid...
This whole show is probably better with the sound off.
So, what's next?
Oh, man.
Never fear, the Rift Breaker is here.
Wow.
Grab the code switch and over, like.
What was that?
I figured somebody would have.
would say if I was playing our next game, which is a basic...
You're only going to be rushing to beat about 3 million other people to them.
...through hordes of alien creatures. Look at it.
Oh, no. I want to hear more from the Rift Breaker.
Stop it.
Maybe after
Just stop it. Come on. You guys are actually respected voiceover artists. What are you doing?
Remember, you can go hands-on with all of these games right now by visiting the Future Game Show page on Steam. Now, how do we quit this? Is it no? Oh, that's update preference. I don't need to update this. Laura, can you help me out just a little bit?
I got you. Okay, we're back. Quick note, from here on in, when you see this pop up on screen during a trailer, it means you can visit the Future Game Show page on Steam to play a demo and go hands-on with the game immediately.
Adrian! I was doing
Rocky. Yes, we know. Come on.
It's because our next game is all about floating like a butterfly.
Leave a society. I was hoping for groundhogs.
Exclusive presentation from Steel...
Please show us non-kid games.
Boxing Club.
Coming later in 2021, Esports Boxing Club brings you the greatest fight roster in video game history. With over 200 fighters already signed, we've got some of the biggest and most anticipated names. Of all time. From the absolute legends of the sport to the most exciting names in boxing today. The first women's division ever represented in a video game, and the hottest new talent. But what about the game? Let's take a closer look at the next-gen visuals and gameplay.
Have fun. If anything interesting happens, I'll be looking on for your discussions on Discord or Twitter. Fair enough, Maple?
The grandkids and stuff to say, like your old granddad was
Enjoy your night.
busting people up, so it's going to be quite cool.
Boxing, yes. I haven't played boxing games in forever, and I used to play like a whole bunch of them. The late 90s and sort of early 2000s, I used to play a whole bunch.
Recreating mannerisms from boxes.
The Fight Night games were great. I mean, I really loved them, simply because they were a bit of a detour from the usual button mashing. That's what I liked about the Fight Nights, but...
It's not purely animation based. Now, we've had professional boxers, professional coaches come into the studio and provide input through motion capture and actually reviewing the game during its development, and now we really feel like we've created a true representation of the sport. Presentation is important to us. Just because we are in the studio, we're still going to aim high when it comes to production values.
Esports Boxing Club.
Smoking Geo Fraser.
2021.
Esports Boxing Club is coming to PC, PlayStation 4,
Okay.
PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and Series S.
Okay, so that's for the first time in a while a game that I'll actually play. Probably.
Immersive World War II shooter with over
I still have the Fight Night games. Yeah, cool.
created using aerial photography.
Well, the game of the box of butterbean.
Let's
I know,
take a
right?
closer look at Hell Let Loose.
Product not yet rated.
My name's Max Rea. I'm the founder of Black Matter and the lead developer of Hell Let Loose. Hell Let Loose began as the idea of a couple of hobbyist game developers all the way back in 2015. Following a successful Kickstarter, we launched into early access in the middle of 2019. And since then, we've delivered 9 enormous updates, including entire systems overhauls, 6 new maps, tons of new weapons, gadgets, and vehicles, as well as expanding our unique real-time strategy-inspired metagame. As a result, we've been fortunate to sell more than 1 million copies during our first year of early access. 2021 is only going to be bigger. I'm excited to announce that we're launching out of early access on July the 27th, with the introduction of the Soviet forces on the eastern
This game wasn't bad for the first 30 minutes or so.
Kursk and Stalingrad.
They have to have butterbean.
Close out the year by bringing Hell Let Loose to next-generation consoles. Hell Let Loose
De La Hoya
has only grown due to the vibrant
is who I always look for.
from our
Oscar Golden Boy De La Hoya.
We're excited to introduce you to this ever-evolving and expanding.
Well, you know, depending on weight division.
We hope you enjoy this first look at what's to come.
Hell Let Loose is launching on Steam on July 27th and coming to Xbox Series X and S and PlayStation 5 in 2021.
So, Laura, have you ever wanted to play XCOM, but in real time, with up to 7 of your friends?
Of course.
Yep, that's what I thought. Then you need to keep your eye on this next game.
Less World War II, more Vietnam.
My name is Karol Horvat.
I still play Rising Storm 2 Vietnam.
A game dev studio based in Croatia. And for the past few years, we have been working on Red Saucer's 2 game. It is a real-time tactical battlefield game, which supports up to 8 players and has a fully playable co-op campaign. We are ready to show you the launch trailer now, so get ready for June 17, when the game launches on Steam, and have fun blasting some mutants.
You are the Executor, a high-class commanding officer with advanced cyber. You were awakened to lead a secret task force that will
So a Spartan.
destroy mutants and liberate Mars.
Okay, I'm going to look while I fall asleep. Have a good one, everyone. Excuse me. Thank you very much for joining us, Vlad. We need gameplay of anything.
The Stroll infestation has now infected all colonies on
Thanks for joining us, Vlad. Good to see you, buddy.
6 unique classes that are
Catch up with you in the Discord.
using their skills to best suit each
Let me throw a Discord link up.
customize their weapons and tech, as well as their upgrades.
I'm making a coffee. We keep you awake.
Take command on the battlefield using the command radio to give orders to the whole squad or individual soldiers. Concentrate fire on targeted locations and carry out supply runs even during the heat of battle. Recruit your friends to the fight and join in up to 8-player co-op missions to save Mars in our name.
I think, you know what's bothering me the most about this, the PC gaming and the future games thing so far? You can spend 5 minutes on Steam. That's all it would take. You could spend 5 minutes scrolling through the titles and find 10 games better than any of the ones that they've shown at the PC gaming, and better than most of the ones they've shown at the future games.
Survivors, which is coming to Steam on June 17th.
It's just not representative, I don't think.
In a sleepy American lakeside town. Let's join Dylan from Gamius to learn more.
Iron Harvest. Toby keeps offering me
I'm Dylan from Gamius. Great to be here at the future.
game keys for Iron Harvest. He keeps trying to get me to make
Close to finishing a lake.
a review of it, but
The 80s. You play as Meredith Weiss, who takes a break from her life.
not really. I'm not much of an RTS gamer, with the exception of Homeworld. I'm not really much of an RTS gamer, really.
And you will get to know the people in Providence Oaks along the way. Today, we're excited to share an example of an activity after your workday is done. Movie night with Angie from the video store.
This is fun. It's been ages since I've been to the movies.
Well, they call it the movies, plural.
You have to go around corners, you've got to turn that wheel,
Movie at a time.
usually.
So, which one will it be?
My pick? All right, let's see. Big Trouble in Little China? Blue
Solid.
or The Great Mouse Detective?
No.
All right, I'm ready to pick.
Big Trouble in Little China.
The Great Mouse Detective.
Really?
Wouldn't have picked you for a Disney fan. Oh well, let's get in touch with our inner child.
We won't spoil more, and we also can't say what Meredith will do after spending...
There's going to be an Atari-like downfall of PC gaming in the near future. Too many low-quality cash grabs.
It's coming first to Xbox and PC this December.
I think it's great that they are. I think it's great that they're allowing sort of really small-time devs to do their thing and kind of shine. But
We're excited to announce that Lake is...
my point is, if you don't want to play those, fair enough. But why are they showcasing all the worst stuff that PC gaming and things have got to offer? I don't. It's.
Our next game is a pixelated take on the genre, following a protagonist with a giant obsidian sword.
You always pick Big Trouble.
In the beginning.
Yeah, out of those three, yeah, always.
And from that dust, the moon was born.
Nothing Disney, and absolutely nothing David Lynch.
Before suddenly, it shattered. Great celestial chunks cascaded from the heavens unto earth. From one prodigious shard spawned humanity, and from another, the gods. For a great many years, balance endured, until a foul and malevolent deity intervened. Exil spread greed and distrust among his kin, compelling these calamitous beings to conquer man. Centuries of servitude passed, until finally, aided by a veiled ally, humanity revolted. The Great Crusade overthrew the old gods, imprisoning them within the sacred walls of the Citadel. At the expense of untold lives, a peace was wrought, but it was not meant to last, for the miscreant, Exil, returned from his concealment, conducting atrocious experiments upon his caged kindred. A darkness permeated the lands. Rivers stagnated, crops failed, and the world...
Look, in order for us to want to wade through these massive, long storyboards, we need... Usually, when we wade through these, we already know what the game looks like and we want to play, so we're invested in the story. But since we've got no fecking idea what you're talking about, this is going on too long. Jesus. And we still don't know.
Customize your combat style and boss rush ancient gods when Eldest Souls drops on the PC and all current console formats July 29th, 2021.
And now we've got a closer look at the next game from the folks behind War Thunder. Here's Tom from Darkflow Software to guide you through.
Okay. At least now we've got a game that I'm actually interested in. Or from a franchise that I'm interested in.
Hi there. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully I'll...
Sorry, that bang is my chair. It makes that ridiculous noise sometimes.
Part of the team at Darkflow Software behind our new game, Enlisted.
I'll go with the odds. Say $10 says Eldest Souls look like a mobile game.
One of Enlisted's most unique features is the Squads mode. where you head into battle with a squad of AI soldiers under your control.
Starfield for sure. I'm excited about the Pirate's Life DLC for Sea of Thieves because I love Sea of Thieves.
Squad is wiped out. This way,
and I'm kind of interested in Outer Worlds 2, even though Outer Worlds was kind of wasn't as great as some previous Obsidian stuff. It was a little bit meh, a little bit flat for me. But I'm still excited to see, you know, the next one, see if they've improved it, see what they've done. And also Grounded. Any updates to that? I love Grounded.
Only a few hits. Vehicles as well can of course be devastating, but have their limitations. Aircraft are restricted to the cockpit view, and crew inside tanks can only use viewports to spot targets, so you'll need to keep your wits about you to really get the most out of these machines. Progression in Enlisted is spread over various campaigns. Currently, you can fight in Moscow, Normandy, and Berlin, with Tunisia and many more coming soon. Each campaign features new weapons and equipment.
I could stay awake no longer. I'd say enjoy the rest of the segment. Well, we've seen how it's been so far. Good night, kitters. Yeah, it's like 1:30 in the morning where you are.
With specialist classes.
Good night, my friend. Take care. Thank you for joining us.
Fobs, sandbags and barbed wire defenses, and even anti-tank cannons and AA guns. Enlisted aims to keep historical accuracy in the forefront of development. Firearms, locations, and uniforms are all true to history. No neon.
If I was able to get my hands on a new Xbox, I would be happy to try Sea of Thieves out.
Used during their respective conflicts.
Enlisted is promising. Oh, yeah. Enlisted is, yeah. But I don't like the whole you have to be running our app at all times thing. Oh, really? That's the thing? Oh, man.
The time to fine-tune your skills, you'll easily be able to come away with a kill count in the double digits. The AI, however, are very attentive and react to sound, and not to be underestimated.
I'm playing Chivalry 2 when all this is over. When I've shut the stream down tonight, I'm not going to do any work. I'm just going to play Chivalry 2 for a couple of hours. And hope that there's someone still on the European servers. So I'm not playing against an army of bots and one other dude.
Content is added regularly, and no progress will be wiped upon the full release. Once you've signed up, use the code ENLISTNOW for a free bonus on us. I've been Tom, and I hope to see you all on the battlefield.
Thanks, Tom.
That was Enlisted, which is available now on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Next up, we've got a bullet-time stunt shooter with fully destructible environments.
Okay.
And the protagonist only has one arm. Let's check out Severed Steel.
Oh, man. It's going to kick off my motion sickness like nobody's business. Big crazy Tony, same. What? Same what? Yet in Chivalry 2? Use some of that KCD soap to wash all this crap. I'm trying to give Toby a bit of a break on the KCD soap thing now. Because I did go like really hard on Warhorse for about a day. And just because I thought it was a bit of a joke, the whole thing. And I honestly kind of thought the soap he was trolling us for some later thing coming out, but guess not.
Okay, notepads at the ready, because for this next section, we're going to race through 8 exciting upcoming games that deserve your full attention.
Okay.
Here's our future hits montage for 2021.
Okay, let's see what their predictions for hits are here. Okay, that looks fun. Okay. Oh, that's Silt again. We already saw that in the PC gaming show. Dice Legacy. Gestalt, Steam and Cinder. What? Iron Corbo, Kung Fu Janitor. Well, this looks a bit different. Definitely not Fried Chicken Incorporated. See, this looks like the kind of thing I'd play. Ranch Sim. There's another game out on PC you can get in early access, or is it just a demo that's out at the moment called... what's it called? I can't remember. It's like a burger joint in space. I played it for a bit. And you basically got to kill your customers. The customers that complain, you meet them out the back, kill them, put them in the freezer, and use those to make burgers for your next customers. It was quite interesting. A little bit of fun. Dome King Cabbage. Okay. Okay.
Okay, I might regret asking this, but you want to help me with this next one, Omachao?
Okay. Did you know that Sega recently announced Sonic Colors Ultimate? We've got some exclusive gameplay from a stage that nobody has seen yet. I hope Sonic does okay without me.
Did not regret it.
Hi everyone, I'm Katie Golden, senior producer at Sega of America. And I'm excited to share with you an exclusive clip of Tropical Resort from our upcoming release, Sonic Colors Ultimate. Please enjoy.
Warhorse never set out to make soap, it's other companies. Yeah, no, I know. I was giving Toby a lot of grief, basically, because I honestly thought he was trolling us for a surprise announcement later this weekend, or like tomorrow or Tuesday. Because the thing is, I mean, we know they're doing something over at Warhorse. We know they're working on it, but... And we've known that for a while. And we're like 99.5% certain that it's Kingdom Come sequel, but... I think what bothered me was that he tweeted about, you know, we are working on our next big game. It's like, well, why don't you just say that in the thing? Why don't you just go, okay, we are working on something. We don't have any details for you at the moment, but as soon as we do, you'll be the first to know. I don't know, something. Because I don't care how long it takes them to make. I just want them to get it right. Who had a Sonic game on their bingo card? Soap at a game reveal show was hard to put up with. Yeah, no, I know.
Get ready for Sonic Colors Ultimate, which is
No,
releasing onto PlayStation
don't need to.
4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC on September 7th.
I always look at Sonic from like Sonic 1 and 2. Like, because I always look at Sonic from the 90s. And I see all these things coming up, and I just want to look at him and do the, like, the Ordell line, you know?
I'm afraid I...
You used to be beautiful, man. What happened to you?
No, never mind.
That's how I feel about Sonic.
Is Starmancer.
What happened, man? You used to be fucking beautiful, man. Some sort of isometric farming survival thing. Statmancer. Or Starmancer, I guess.
Today that Starmancer is coming August
Starmancer. I don't know why I got stat. Like, yeah, Starmancer makes more sense.
Laura, you know, ever since that lake trailer, I've been thinking, have you ever wondered about the Postal Service? Like, that there's...
After Cyberpunk, if I have to wait 20 years for Kingdom Come 2, I'll wait and be happy waiting. Yep, I'm with you. Honestly, I don't care how long it takes them to make. I just... You know, I wish Toby would be a bit less elusive about it.
What are you talking about?
But I had a conversation with him about a week ago that was like, that made a lot more sense after the... after the soap show.
Kiwi is a game about two kiwi birds who work at the post office.
I've seen this Kiwi.
Their names are Jeff and Deborah.
Who recommended this? I think it was Spiff, actually,
Changes over the course of the game.
that said, have you seen Kiwi? Was it? Or was it one of you guys? It might have been...
And assembling them ransom note style.
It might have been like Vlad or Baron or something like that.
Back to this room every so often throughout the game, but there will always be a new twist to change things up. So as summer turns to autumn, now your word fragments are moving around on conveyor belts, and you'll need to chop certain words in half with the
Now the mobile game.
Jeff and Deborah.
Statmancer. Well, it just seemed like a management game, you know? And I just looked at it quickly and went, stat, right? Okay, yeah, that seems right. Mancer, and like, no, wait, Starmancer makes more sense. Statmancer. Bethesda's new mobile vault simulator.
To break through blocks of ice and keep each other from becoming...
Nice to troll a bit, keeps them on their toes.
Little heroes are going to face new challenges every level and in every room of the post office, whether they're typing telegrams or packing...
Yeah, I gave him a little bit of grief about stuff after that.
It's all in a day's work for Jeff and Deborah. Also, you can dress up your Kiwis, so don't say we never did nothing for you. We're releasing Kiwi on August 31st for PC and all major consoles, and we hope to see you at the post office. Thanks for watching.
And this is the future gaming show, guys. This is supposed to be what we're going to look out for, the big hits of the future. I mean, if this is really all that's on the radar, I'm kind of panicked. I'm not going to lie.
See? Told you. Next up, we've got a roguelike with an attitude, a game show shooter where you earn likes for dunking on competitors and causing a little wanton destruction. Will the circle be unbroken? Get it? Find out in this world premiere.
Okay. In a seriously disturbed future, likes are everything. Death is nothing. That's not the future. Running Man. Yeah. You've taken a short story by Stephen King. Okay. Mobile game number 33. Imagine the class in Statmancer spreadsheet mate. Calculator berserk. Graph rogue. I felt bad for Roxy, all the people mad about how she hyped up KCD. Well, hey, look. Roxy is a good friend of mine, and I've got to say, I have to say, like, she had reason to believe that something was going to happen.
Game show page on Steam.
Right, so she had good reasons to believe they were going to do something. She called me the instant her stream finished. I was actually watching the end of her stream on my phone, and the second it finished, my phone rang, and it was Roxy. And there was a silence, so she just said, "What the fuck was that?" There was like, oh man. Yeah, she was. Yeah, she had good reason to believe they were going to announce something. So did I. My future self is really, really, really going to love these games. I'd buy that for $1. They did. No, you're right, Eldar. They took it way too far. It's the reason Roxy was disappointed, and the reason I trolled Toby a little bit and stuff like that is because, I mean, Roxy feels bad because she kind of hyped everything up, but like I said, she had reasons, very good reasons, to believe that they were going to announce something.
Fight to survive when Chernobylite comes to PC on July 28th, as well as Xbox.
But to be clear, they never told her they were going to announce something, but she had... I know a lot of her reasons, and she had very good reasons to believe that they were going to say something.
We've also got more codes to give away on GamesRadar.com.
Next up, here are our friends at Team 17 to show us what they've been cooking up with their upcoming...
I notice you never say Master's full name. No, obviously not.
Product not yet rated.
I never say Kicking It Old School's full name either. Until just now. But it's just one of those things that, like, I keep looking at it going, right, got to find a better nickname for that person. So I don't have to say Masturbator or Kicking It Old School every time. Magbot. It just, honestly, this whole thing has irritated the crap out of me just simply because, like I said, even the PC gaming thing particularly, if you could spend 5 minutes on Steam. Even if you'd never been there before and you didn't know your way around, and instantaneously, in 5 minutes, you could find 10 games better than anything that they announced during the PC gaming show. Where are all those titles? You know, and a lot of them by indie gamers. Indie devs, rather, not indie gamers. Oh, that's cool, from Team 17. So that is Honey, I Joined a Cult. And I really want to play that. I had my eye on that Honey, I Joined a Cult for quite a long time. And also because it's Team 17, so... which King of Caesars, I think, as well, isn't it? I think King of Caesars, Team 17. There you go, Team 17. I remember Team 17 before they were really Team 17, when they were a shop on some rickety old fire escape stairs behind Argos in the middle of Wakefield. And I used to go visit them in there. And they used to have, like, tape cassettes. And they were like masking tape, and they would write the games that they'd made in like masking and put them on the shelves in little cases and just copy them. Like, I remember that. Sheltered 2. Oh, yippee, look. Oh, we're onto Facebook games now. Team 17. No, Overcooked. August 9th. Overcooked is a lot of fun. You know, for fun, crazy little stupid games to spend half an hour in.
Be sure to wishlist any games that sparked your interest on our Steam page. It really does help the developer out. Or you can also head over to GamesRadar.com for more info.
This
okay,
website
Troy.
has an engrossing art style, reminiscent of everything from Wes Anderson movies to Wallace and Gromit. Let's throw it over to the Slow Bros to talk you through some exclusive gameplay from their stop-motion handmade adventure, Harold Halibut.
Okay. I'm interested already.
My name's Donut, and I'm the director and composer of Harold Halibut.
And I'm Ole, the game's art director.
Harold Halibut is a handmade narrative game about friendship and life on a city-sized spaceship stuck under sea. It's been 250 years since your home. An Ark-like spaceship fled an Earth on the verge of Cold War to find a habitable planet on which to preserve the human race. You are Harold, a young lab assistant to the ship's lead scientist, Jean Marot. While most of the other inhabitants have reconciled themselves to a life lived aboard the sunken ship, Marot still works tirelessly to find a way to leave the planet and find a new, drier home. Of course, we don't want to spoil too much of the story, so let's dive into some gameplay details. You're able to explore a huge part of the spaceship right from the beginning of the game. While the professor will always have tasks waiting for you, the wonderfully weird rest of the Fedorans will keep you just as busy. It was very important for us to not only focus on an exciting main storyline, but to create a world full of interesting events and meaningful encounters. The dialogues don't only help you progress in the main story, but also help you get to know more about the many characters that inhabit our world. Weaving through the narrative, you'll run into playful interactions like repairing a broken 3D printer, Your PDA is always aware.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there, Eldar. This is one of the best games I've seen all night. This is actually looks like an interesting sort of game that I would play.
Drawings are kept.
This is different. This is something interesting.
At this point, you might be wondering how we achieved the stop-motion-like look of the game. We are in fact building every single thing you see in the game in the real world. We build sets and puppets, and then...
And they're not actually the first people to do this. There was one released last year, and I've forgotten the name of it, that did exactly the same thing. Where they built all the sets they were real sets. They built all the sets in real time. Like a claymation kind of stop-motion thing.
That nobody could have guessed existed, and one that may hold the key to morose relaunch plans. We're really excited to find out how you like being immersed in this unique world and the feeling of puppeteering Harold. There's still quite a bit of work to do, so all we can say right now is that Harold Halibut will come soonish on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Yeah.
You can already wishlist the game on Steam. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Harold Halibut is coming soonish to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Okay, yes.
Consoles too.
Gloomy game so far.
So that actually does.
Wholesome chaser. I'm told that the developers.
That actually does look interesting.
So sweet and so positive that they just had to call it Happy Game. Seriously, if what I'm reading is correct, this one is gonna melt your hearts.
Okay. This is curious. What we're gonna. Okay. Yep. Yep. Don't hang around in there. Oh. Okay. Yep, that's... Well, this is nightmare fuel. Good night, everybody. Sleep tight. Troy, you said this was a fucking happy game. What is wrong with you people?
Huh. Okay, Laura, hope you're still there. Tell me you just watched the same trailer that I did?
Troy, yeah, that was something. What I want to know is who the hell is writing this script?
Yeah, I don't know, but they're telling me that Happy Game is coming to PC and Nintendo Switch in 2021. Oh, and demo is available now if you want to have a cheerful jaunt into a land of wonder. Good luck with that.
Okay.
This game is a gorgeous hand-drawn puzzle platformer following a young mechanic in a broken world. Pay attention at the end of this trailer for some exciting information about the Minute of Islands release date.
I mean, that last game scared the shit out of me. It's not really the kind of thing I'd play, but at least it was interesting.
Eternal purpose. They all broke at the same.
Wasn't just another mobile game or side-scrolling Facebook game or isometric RPG.
Knows what must be done. When the blight first came, people began to panic. And now, the spores are taking hold of whatever remains. Mor's family is still here, however. She has been tasked to protect them. After all, she is the bearer of the Omni Switch.
Yeah, interesting. This is what I'm talking about. This is the sort of stuff they should have been showing us all night. They're like Harold Halibuts and this kind of stuff.
Minute of
Even that ridiculously nightmare-inducing last thing, Happy Game. Oh, Jesus. Even that was interesting.
Yes, we are excited to announce that Minute of Islands is out now for PC, Mac, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch, and will be arriving on Xbox later this week.
Next up, we've got an update from the folks at Techland, who are fine-tuning the zombie parkour of Dying Light 2. Let's throw it over to the developers who are here to answer your questions about the game.
Goodo. More Dying Light 2. Pretty sure I've seen Dying Light 2 footage
Can you tell us
4 times over E3 so far in 4 different places.
the video presented in the PC gaming show brings you closer to Aiden's story? What is he looking for? What motivates him?
Which is not a good sign, because it kind of goes, this is the best we've got this year.
This is a bunch of important
There you go.
information about DL2.
We're just going to show it quite often
Okay.
to make the other shows more interesting.
Main storylines from the mentioned video. How does the game look outside the core campaign? Side quests are an important part of world building in Dying Light 2. Through these quests you can decide how the city will look like thanks to the city alignment system, or bring new opportunities for the citizens. A great example is an opera singer that Timon mentioned in developers AMA. Some citizens will support your decisions, some of them will not. But it's up to you to decide how the city should look like. We have a lot of game activities prepared for our players.
What were the survival games earlier? The ones that I mentioned, or the ones that they've shown, or the ones that I found that were actually really decent?
It could be. What is cool about
I hated Dying Light and I loved them. I used to love zombie games. I've gotten so bored of them now.
decisions than you.
Like, ugh, give us something new and different now.
But really there is no
Same with zombie movies and TV shows, which I used to absolutely love as a kid.
I know we all have great fun killing infected, but we also want to give you a deep
They needed something with good graphics.
that will let you be immersed in the DL2 world for long hours. On top of that, thanks to the choices and consequences mechanics, the story will be shaped differently depending on the way you play.
You've promised a great
The ones I mentioned, right? So the ones I mentioned were.
Well, as you can imagine, Dying Light 2 is full of infected, but it's also full
Sorry,
of
this is my notepad's actually. I'm on the last page. This thing's finally running out.
to around the simple rule: ground is death and rooftop.
Yes, kids, I still use a pen and paper.
On each of those levels. Also, their behavior depends on.
So they were Sons of the Forest, Icarus, which is not great, and Odd Ludzie, ODLUDZIE, or ZIE if you're American. And there's Aliens Fireteam, which I actually do think that KZ and Pilot and possibly HJ and I will probably play. Little Devil Inside looks great.
Dying Light 2 is coming to PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5,
And Dark Moon,
X and S,
possibly.
and PC on December 7th.
But Sons of the Forest and Odd Ludzie were the two that I think looked really great.
Is a skateboarding action platformer. Here's Simon Bennett from Roll7 to give you
No shame in your game. I use notepads too sometimes. Have you actually seen my, like, the half of this room is occupied by notebooks. Like, all over this shelf. It's just notebooks galore. What is this shit?
Hi there, I'm Simon Bennett and I'm the co-CEO of BAFTA award-winning studio Roll7. Right now, we're working on Ollie Ollie World. It's our stunning action platformer. You're going to meet quirky characters on a magical road trip through Radlandia. And of course, add a ton of new skate moves into your trick bag.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater Lame Edition.
As a studio,
What do we-
we've spent over a decade on flow.
I mean, it looks good, but not my kind of thing.
You into a state of total
At least it looks prettier and more interesting than a lot of the games they've shown us tonight.
continue to build on with Ollie Ollie World.
PS3 skating game.
If you've played previous games in the series, you're probably pretty aware that you're going to slam a bunch before you succeed.
2D skateboarding.
That challenge is very
At least the art style's a bit different than a lot of the stuff they've shown us lately.
open arms and ensure that we can get you up and riding in no time.
Up until smartphones were coming out, I pretty much always had a notepad.
Part of the fun. Yeah, you're gonna.
I just can't get along with making notes. I'm sorry. Yes, it makes me old, but I can't get along with making notes on my PC or on my phone. I do. Like, I have a bunch of notes on my phone for when because I don't carry a notepad with me anywhere, but in here, I have them just absolutely fucking everywhere. Post-its and notepads, and there's another big one over here that I'm going to pick up because it's got all my controllers on it, but
to the bottom.
Oh, notepads and sheets of crap.
Beautiful landscape.
It's a mess in here.
Walking tree.
Post-its and
Ollie World is
pens everywhere.
PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch, and PC. This
Oh no, I've got dozens and dozens and dozens.
List it now.
Like this, 2 entire shelves of this bookcase that they're just notepads.
Ollie World, which is coming to PC and all current console platforms this winter.
Next up, we've got a new game from the team at Odd Bug Studio, creators of PSVR's The Lost Bear. This animated story trailer will introduce you to the world of Tales of Iron, and something tells me you might be familiar with the narrator.
For centuries and longer, rats have fought tirelessly to repel the incessant frog invasions.
Did you just get him to do this now?
Ever short-lived. Until finally, a young monarch rose to power. King Rattus, first of his name, unified the Rat Kingdoms under one rule, repelling Greenwort and his kind.
Pens, yeah.
To the putrid swamps from whence
Dude, I have got an entire drawer over there. Well, I've got 2 actually. One's full of pens and one is full of like dipping pen stuff.
toward the sky.
I actually love like writing Spencerian script and stuff like that. I used to write Amki letters like wax sealed and everything with a like in longhand script because I just love the feel of the pen on paper, and I have dipping pens and fountain pens and like I love to write.
With a ferocious vengeance.
That's my sad confession for the evening. To lighten the moment.
Everything in his path towards the Crimson Keep. King Rattus gazed down upon his withered claws, barely able to hold the crown. He had little hope wielding a sword. So it was decided the crown should pass to Whiskers New. Arise, young prince, for the kingdom needs a hero.
I'm assuming that that narrator is Troy Baker, right? But it actually does sound like it could be Doug Cockle who voices Geralt.
The reign of the Iron Frog. Doug. Anyway, in Tales of Iron, which is coming to PC.
Yeah, it was Troy Baker doing Doug Cockle.
Our next segment is from Polish Studio Movie Games and hosted by God of War and Twisted Metal director David Jaffe, who recently joined their supervisory board.
Well, hello, fellas. It's me, David Jaffe. Great to see you. God of War, Twisted Metal, a bunch of PlayStation stuff.
Well, thank you, Weevil.
These days I'm doing some new stuff with movie games. These guys, they've hooked up with this great company. You have to have heard of them, Plattige Image, one of the best VFX houses in the business. They worked on The Witcher. They worked on Love, Death, and Robots. We're making a brand new game, the biggest game we've ever done, by the way, that's all about crime and mob and mafia and different time periods. It's going to be great. But for today, settle in, babies. These are the brand new games coming very soon from movie games. Lust from Beyond. Man,
okay.
This is one of the coolest games I've played in the last year. It's what turned me on to movie games in the first place. What you're looking at is the M-rated, console-friendly version of the erotic horror cult classic.
Even in all guessing all games are amazing as you're talking about pens.
Weird freaking eroticism.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, Monkey, how you doing, buddy? You picked up on it. It's cool.
Let you step into the shoes of the only real-life superheroes we got, the first responders. This game is my childhood fantasy.
Pens are way more interesting than the other games we've seen tonight, except one. Yeah.
You're trapped in the wilderness, freezing, hungry, and now
Yeah, there was a couple of good things in the Xbox showcase, but we didn't get to see much about it. The PC gaming show was awful.
E3, have a great future.
And this has been pretty bad, with the exception of one or two things.
Oh my god.
Thanks to David Jaffe. And check out GamesRadar.com for more about movie games' upcoming titles.
This next presentation comes from the folks at Xseed Games, the makers of Story of Seasons and Rune Factory. Here's a look at their most exciting current and upcoming projects.
Okay, this is a good point for me to go for a bathroom break. I'll be right back. What did I miss? Did they announce KCD 2 yet? Is there going to be more soap? Don't hold back. There's usually women that suddenly need a bathroom break when I start talking to them. Oh, yeah, for SK in the chat. Yay. Oh, God. Rune Factory 5.
Fending off a monster or two is one thing.
Oh, you're psyched.
Whole town? That's a lot.
The future. I know, right? Oh, my God. No.
Tomorrow. Today, I rest.
I look forward to working together, as colleagues and as rivals.
KCD coming fall 2021. I knew it. It's always the moment I pick. Right, what have we got tomorrow? Indie Showcase, 12 o'clock. Right.
Find out more about Xseed's lineup on GamesRadar.com.
Come on.
This next game is a hack and slash RPG with twin stick shooter elements set in a retro sci-fi world. Here's a new gameplay trailer for Batora, Lost Haven.
Yeah. This is the future game show. Guys.
Oh yeah, now we're talking.
What the shit? Oh, that's... No thanks.
Batora Lost
Good.
Haven is coming soon to PC and all current console platforms. And you can sign up to play the closed alpha when it launches on...
Am I not the only one that feels like we're going backwards?
Slow things down a bit.
I feel like we're going back in... Slow things down a bit? Please, let's not.
Oh wait, I think I saw something about this a few weeks ago.
This is 2 Point Campus.
No, you didn't. Here's developers Mark Webley, Ben Huskins, and Gary Card to tell you all about it and give you a first look at gameplay.
2 Point Campus? Yeah. Yep.
Introducing 2 Point Campus.
Are you sure, SK, you don't want to just skip that one tomorrow? I can't imagine you want to suffer any more than you already have.
Think about what we're going to do next.
No, I think it will be the last one, though, I think. I don't know if anything else. I was going to do the Take Two one, but that's like an interactive panel, and which tells me that they're trying to get creators involved
Previous game.
using the E3 interactive creator portal, well, the media portal, which is awful. It's just absolutely shit. It's
Healthcare.
Campus is
it's like a
we learned from 2 Point Hospital.
it's like a 1999 MSN chat room that doesn't work very well.
Canvas that they could completely create
It's fucking terrible. I don't think, because I mean, on June 15th we've got all the kind of stuff that I just normally don't cover: Bandai Namco and Nintendo, and not really my kind of thing. And then the awards show, but that's not till 4:45 p.m. Pacific. So,
and it's fun, isn't it? I mean,
and then even tomorrow, later on in the day, there's Capcom, which you know I don't have any interest in.
Hospital and campus is that.
But there's an indie showcase at 12 p.m. Pacific, so I'll probably cover that, and I think that'll probably be it for me for E3 for me. But yeah, it's been. I was really excited. I did actually enjoy the Xbox. The Xbox Bethesda thing earlier on, and I enjoyed talking with you guys about the things that were up there, but
You're going to train Knights of the Realm.
Batora play their closed beta and let them know the game sucks.
Boring stuff that makes
It really, really does seem like we're just going back in time here. I feel like we've gone back 20 years.
2 Point Campus, which is coming soon to PC and all current console platforms.
Our next game is in early development, but it already has a very cool code name, which is always a good sign. Here's Leo to tell you all about Project Ferocious.
What?
Hello,
My name is Lee,
Oh dear.
and I'm the developer of Project Ferocious, an action-adventure game set on a mysterious tropical island. Some of you might know me from Twitter as Omniok, where I post about the game and development and tech and stuff. And
This looks like a guy who struggles to pull himself away from the mirror for long enough to actually develop anything.
project for about 2 years. It's the first project of mine I decided to show to the public.
Indie sounds the most promising. I'm with you there, Monkey. I think it's about the only thing I really want to cover for the rest of the week. I think really there's only Monday and Tuesday left, but I'm not bothered about in television. They just can't stop telling me about it, and I've no interest. So what's this? What we got? What I really hate is when you get a trailer like this and you go, oh, wait for it, and then they go, surprise, motherfuckers, isometric RPG, number 38. Oh, no. Okay. First person. Oh, I've seen this. Wait, this must be on this list somewhere. I do. I have a massive list of all these. But they'll tell you what it is by the time I find it. That rope is not even taut, and he's climbing up it. I'm impressed. Project Ferocious.
Project Ferocious is targeting a 2023 release date and coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Our next world premiere asks, what if Doom Guy had a drunk one-night stand with Super Meat Boy? Guess this next game wants to answer that question for some reason.
I had people having issues with copyright music on Twitch through the streamers portal, even though there wasn't so... It's terrible. The streamers portal's been awful. And, by the way, that's what I was using earlier on tonight. It was the streamers portal that I was using earlier on tonight to stream the game that kept throwing up that Twitch message over Starfield and Sea of Thieves and all the shit that I was actually waiting to see. And what was the other one? 12 minutes. That is why I stopped using it and just went straight onto Twitch to E3's site instead of going through the streamer portal. It's awful. The thing is fucking terrible.
Watch out for Warcry challenges when it stops defying gravity and launches or drops on PC this summer.
Up next, we've got another world premiere. Conway, Disappearance at Dahlia View is a story-driven detective thriller set in 1950s England. Let's find out more, shall we?
Okay. I'm listening.
Robert Conway, 22nd of June, 1954. I've solved many a case in my time as a private investigator, but
I'm afraid to ask. Did I miss anything? No?
close to home as the abduction of Charlotte May. There are some things that take hold of a person and refuse to let go.
Oh, look. Rear Window, the video game.
It's the idea.
Okay, I am interested in this now.
My own daughter, Catherine.
Oh, God, it is actually Rear Window. Oh, Jesus.
She has the same.
Rear Window, British version. Rear Window is one of my favourite movies of all time, so...
I wish I could say that all of my neighbors are innocent. I wish I could say that I have the faintest clue where to begin. There's a lot I wish I could say.
Peeping Tom.
Sometimes it takes a nightmare to wake a place like Dahlia View.
Look, he's even in a wheelchair. It's just Rear Window. I mean, that's not a bad thing. Rear Window's a fucking awesome movie. It's one of the greatest movies ever made.
I am in. That was Conway disappearing.
Okay, yeah, that's okay.
White paper games, and you
I'm interested in that one.
yourself when it lands on PC and all current console platforms, autumn 2021.
And with
Okay.
that, we're at the end of this year's Future Game Show.
Oh, thank God.
Whoa, hold on. Surely this can't be the end. I mean, it's an E3 showcase.
Nope, sorry, Troy, that's it. Just kidding.
I knew it. All right, let's see it.
Okay, what we got? Bring it. Oh God, no, that's terrible. I thought there was a Hitchcock game coming out. Vertigo, really? Okay. Interesting. It's probably my Vertigo. I'd say is probably my second favorite Hitchcock movie. Rear Window first, then Vertigo, then probably North by Northwest, I would say.
My name is Marissa Marcel. I'm 17 years old, and it's my dream to be an actress.
And that really is all we have time for.
Oh my God.
Head to GamesRadar.com for more coverage and updates on all the games you've seen today and more.
No.
Sorry, I'm really excited about that Sam Barlow reveal. Yes, and thanks to our headline partners, WD Black, and of course, all of our many talented developers and industry partners that have made all of this possible.
I actually think it's saying the Marvel game's not that bad.
We hope you've enjoyed today's lineup, and mark your diaries because the Future Game Show will be returning in August.
I'm Laura Bailey.
Harold Halibut was probably the most interesting of today of the Future Games ones, yeah. Oh God, more Dying Light 2, look. I wouldn't mind, right, but I've been watching that Dying Light 2 footage, that same bit of Dying Light 2 footage since 2018. And if you don't believe me, you can actually go back through my channel and watch my coverage of E3 2018 and see it for yourself. I've been watching that same piece of Dying Light 2 footage for 3 fucking years. And today they've shown it about 4 times. That was the closer, yes. Believe it or not, I thought it would be something really exciting. But no, that was the closer. Oh man, that's awful. Well, guys, that was... as most of E3... as all of E3 has been, actually, so far, underwhelming. The Xbox Bethesda showcase was the best part of the week so far. And that wasn't fantastic, but it was good. It was okay. So honestly, I'm quite glad that's over, and I'm going to go play some Chivalry 2 now. I could have been watching porn, but no. I know. Oh, man. Remember, guys, this is the future. It's depressing. It is depressing. Oh, man. Well, that was a thing. Yes. Quite right. That was a thing. It was a thing that we will not be spending any more time on. Right, so, I will probably be throwing up...
a lot.
No, it was not. It was a lot of games, but it was shit. So just... No, I'm not going to turn it off. I can't hear you. No, you know what? I'm going to just mute the fucking thing so I can hear what's coming from there. Right. So tomorrow, I think I will actually cover the Indie Games Showcase. So it'll be a very, very brief stream tomorrow, but I think that's probably going to be it for me from E3. So then we'll be on tomorrow from 12 p.m. Pacific. So from, I guess that's 8 o'clock my time. So that's 8 o'clock my time. There's Harold Halibut, look. So 8 o'clock my time, 12 p.m. Pacific, we'll be on with the Indie Showcase, which is not very long. It's only half an hour. And that'll probably be it for E3 coverage for me. It's been extraordinarily disappointing. And this is time I normally spend with my family. This like Sundays and what was I here on? When was I here last? Friday. When was the Koch Media thing? I can't remember. You got to work with what you're given. Yeah. It was absolutely terrible. But, anyway, because I have actually borrowed a lot from my family time and work time to do a lot of this E3 stuff, which really kind of pisses me off. So after E3 has finished this year, I'm actually going to take a week off from streaming. So then I won't be streaming until the following Wednesday. So after tomorrow, the next time I stream will be not this coming Wednesday, but the Wednesday after, and then we'll be back on as normal. Because I've got a bunch of stuff to do in my actual job. So for my voiceover stuff, I've got a bunch of stuff I've got to set up for that I've been meaning to get round to, but I put it off for E3. So I kind of wish I hadn't now. But there you go. You know, it's one of those things. E3 is like, well, I got to cover it because what if I miss something? But no, I haven't really. I wouldn't have missed a damn thing so far. So hopefully, tomorrow, for my last bit of E3 coverage, we'll get something at least a little bit interesting from the indie world, and they don't just bombard us with a load more sort of mobile device games. But thank you very much to everybody for hanging in there with me. God knows it's been hard work to get through a lot of that. And I appreciate all your support. Thank you very much. Mordred and Eldar and Carlos and Weevil and Monkey, thanks for joining us. And Mordred, did I mention Mordred already? No, did I? Yes, I think I might have. Mordred and Masturbator. There you go. See, I did say it for you, Eldar. There you go. And Oztex and everybody else, and Paulie J and everybody else that's joined us today. Thank you very, very much for your support. We will be back tomorrow briefly, and then I'll be back to regular streaming the following week. But until then, from Night's Arcade, this is Sleepless Night saying nighty-night.